Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
After a successful road trip, oh my, it's great to be back in beautiful San Diego. The Padres 13-8 since the All-Star break, the best in the National League, and one of the reasons the way this man continues to hit. Seth Smith, last 10 games against Colorado, he's 13 for 28 with 4 home runs. Looking forward to seeing that Rocky pitching in this 3-game series. And for Colorado, their All-Star Justin Morneau, former Minnesota Twin, hard to strike out, number 1 in the National League against right-handed pitching this year, 344 average. As we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park, the first of a 3-game series, National League West, the Colorado Rockies, and the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone. With Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, good to be back home. The Padres playing good baseball. Some changes continue to be made, and one of those involves a 23-year-old. We saw him 5 years ago as a teenager. We knew he was going to be good.
Dick, back in 2010, you and I were looking at this kid, Reimer Liriano. He's recalled from El Paso, and we wish good luck to Jeff Francoeur, who was designated for a good career at 30 years old. So, hey, a new chapter in the Padres book, Reimer Liriano. Here's a little bit of the information about the Dominican-born outfielder. Majority of his minor league time in right field, and he can beat you so many ways. He can beat you with his bat. He can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his speed. I like the speed part. It's something you can bring to the ballpark every day. And, Dick, 14 home runs combined this year in the minor leagues, AA and AAA. So he's driven in 66 as well. So it's a great time. Get him up to the big leagues. Get him in the lineup. See what he can do.
Well, he hit 291 combined between San Antonio and El Paso, but at El Paso, AAA was hitting 460 the last 16 games. So that caught the eyes of everyone. Said, here may be the time for the 23-year-old.
And, that could be a good thing because in AAA there's a lot of good young pitchers coming up, and there's veteran pitchers coming down to AAA. So any way you look at it, that's a great average for Liriano.
Speaking of good young pitchers, on the mound tonight for the Padres, Jesse Hahn. He goes for his 8th win.
Seems like he just gets better and better, and when he's out there on the mound, he really learns a lot and gets in a jam and finds his way to get out of it. But these are NL leaders, the lowest ERA since June 14th. Enter a Jesse Hahn. This kid's got a 1.78, and look at this company. Clayton Kershaw, Cole Hamels, and our own Tyson Ross. Like I said, he'll throw the curveball anytime. This will be a good test for Jesse Hahn, the first time facing the Rockies tonight here at Petco Park.
Well, Reimer Liriano, we'll be talking a lot about him. Our guys were able to visit him in the Dominican Republic. They say he's a true 5-tool player. He can do it all. And this is his time. He's in the starting lineup. We'll learn more about Reimer when we return to Petco.
Home to Petco to start a 3-game series against the Rockies. Game 1 just about to get underway, and it'll be the debut of Reimer Liriano in the starting lineup today in right field. And he missed all the 2013 season with Tommy John surgery. I talked to him about how difficult it was to sit out. He said going through that, just realized all the work that he had to do to be at this stage right now.
Cuando tuve la operación, seguí trabajando duro para lograr donde estoy hoy en día.
He said that he knows that I pretty much just kind of missed, backed up 1 year, and so I think that injury make him to be work even harder to come back and playing again. And I think the reason why he's here because he's a payoff all the hard work that he made that he put in when he was to try to get healthy and just pay off, and now he's back here. And he said that he doesn't want to go back down there. He just want to be here, stay here for as long as he can.
That was your Geico quote of the game. Jose Valentin doing the translating there. Reimer will wear number 7, Chase Headley's old number, tonight out in right field. Well, coming up, Jesse Hahn on the mound. The Rook with the really nasty hook. Game 1, Padres and Rockies, coming up from Petco on Fox Sports San Diego.
My, what a pitch that is. So Hahn pitches out of it. And Jesse Hahn and the Padres have taken the field against a team with the worst road record in all of baseball, the Colorado Rockies. They're 3-20 in their last 23 road games, but beware, against the Padres this year, they are 6-4. Here's the Rockies starting lineup. Walt Weiss will have them hitting this way, brought to you by Mattress Discounters. Charlie Blackmon, Drew Stubbs, Justin Morneau, the first 3. Nolan Arenado, not only that slick gold glove at third, but hitting cleanup tonight with the absence of Tulowitzki and Cargo. Corey Dickerson had the game-winning home run yesterday in Arizona in the 10th inning. Willeen Rosario, he loves Padre pitching. Can we shut him down? Josh Rutledge hit 7th. DJ LeMahieu 8th, and Jordan Lyles, not a bad hitter, hitting 200 in the 9th spot.
And those Rockies have to face young right-hander Jesse Hahn. The scouting report for Jesse is brought to you by Jaguar of San Diego. Killer curveball. We know about the Deusa. That's what his dad labeled it a long time ago. In control glove side. The fastball down and away to the right-handed hitters. Boy, if he could dot that outside corner, he should go deep into the game and chalk up another win. He's only 7-3 in 10 career starts.
How about a batting average against of 184? And a look at the Padres defense behind him, brought to you by the Aramco Group. And that will introduce the new right fielder, Liriano, in his Major League debut, with Seth Smith in the other corner. Venable will patrol center. Solarte Amarista on the left side. Cabrera still with a sore hamstring. Jerko and Alonso will man the second and first base positions, with Grandal behind the plate. And 25-year-old Jesse Hahn on the mound. Liriano from the Dominican Republic. He's the first product from the academy there in the Dominican that John Morris first established many years ago. First to make it to the major leagues. Ready to go. Hahn rocks and fires, and we're underway. Ball one. Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder, made the All-Star team. Had a fantastic April. Was hitting 400 first month. It's dipped down to 285, but with power. 14 homers, and with speed, 20 stolen bases. That's a strike, 1-1. Padres keeping a close eye on Hahn as to how many innings that he will pitch this year, Mark.
Yeah, I would have to say maybe around 120.
Lifted foul.
You know, there's no set inning limit for the young right-hander. Let's take a look at the umpires.
Ron Kolpa calls the balls and strikes. Hickox, Barrett, and crew chief DeMuth over at third. He had 3 years with the Rays, recovering from that Tommy John. He pitched only 121 innings in 3 years.
Right.
So he's really jumped up in terms of his workload this year. Beautiful night, 74 degrees. Up high, 2-2.
So you figure last year, 2013, between A and rookie ball for Jesse Hahn, 69 innings. So, you know, you want to double that? Probably not. So that would maybe put him around 120 or so.
Well, with one out tonight, it'll be exactly 100 innings, counting minor and major league action.
Gotcha.
For Hahn this season. There with the Padres, 59 in the third, only 38 hits.
Yeah. I look hits, innings pitched. That's a good thing. And, of course, the strikeouts. My goodness, the majority of those strikeouts with that curveball.
Back with a 2-2 pitch. Up the middle. Headed for center. Amarista can't make the play. And Blackmon, even had he fielded it cleanly, with his speed would have beaten it out. So a leadoff hit. Charlie Blackmon. That'll bring up center fielder Drew Stubbs.
See, that's the thing about speed we talk about all the time, especially at the leadoff spot. You hit the ball on the ground, you got a chance to beat it out. Something you can bring to the ballpark each and every day. And look at Amarista. Alexi does it so well. You can plug him in anywhere. He's not going to embarrass you. He's going to go all out for you.
I asked him before the game, okay, center field, shortstop, second base. You can only play one. He said, oh, second base.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite. Stubbs, former Cincinnati Red, having a good year, 298. With Justin Morneau, another acquisition from Minnesota, hitting 318 behind him. He too with excellent speed. Blackmon a big lead.
Well, this could play right in the hand of Jesse Hahn. Stubbs struck out a lot this year. 92 times for Drew Stubbs in the number 2 spot tonight.
And he hasn't really produced much out of 11 home runs. He didn't have 11 home runs, but only 31 runs batted in. So obviously many of those have been solo.
And you look at the at-bats, Dick, only 275 at-bats and 92 strikeouts for Stubbs.
That was his Achilles with the Reds. Too many strikeouts. 0-1. Bunted in the air all the way back to the screen and over the screen. Well, tonight's broadcast is on AFN, and we're pleased to be able to chat with the American Forces Network, broadcasting U.S. Armed Forces serving 175 countries aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world: Korea, Japan, Southwest Asia, Italy, Germany, Iraq. Welcome, men and women in the military and others, to beautiful San Diego and baseball pastime at work. The Rockies and the Padres tonight. That was fairly close over there at first.
Well, Jesse Hahn with a long set prior to the last pitch, so they might be smelling something with that speed of Blackmon at first base.
2 strikes on Stubbs. Manager Black with his bench coach Dave Roberts. Popped up left side. Solarte, the third baseman, calls off Amarista for the first down.
You know, Dick, we talked about the Jesse Hahn curveball, right? We talked about that curveball. He'll throw it any time. Well, how about the fastball in? He wanted it down and away, but see, that's a good thing. Even though he missed with location, he gets in the kitchen of Drew Stubbs for the easy pop-up on the infield.
Brings up the first baseman, Justin Morneau. Replaced Todd Helton at first base this year. Native of Canada, British Columbia. And Hahn, beware, the man you're facing now, Justin Morneau, has the best batting average against right-handed pitchers of anyone in the National League. .344 against righties this year. Infield set for 2.
Going to have to keep an eye on the velocity tonight also from Jesse Hahn. That last pitch was at 90, maybe 90, maybe 92 at times. Look at those splits you were just talking about, huh, Dick?
96-point difference between hitting against right-handers like Hahn and lefties. And he's also a very talented hitter away from home. On the road, he's got the 5th best average in the National League, .308. So home or away, this man just flat out can hit.
Yeah. Hey, Thanksgiving morning, he can grab a shillelagh and get a base knocked the opposite way.
The old drumstick, drive it to right.
That's right.
Drive that giblet to right field for. Outside, 2-1. But home road difference, I mean, that's shocking. 2.1 runs less on the road per game than at home at Coors Field in Denver.
And this is where the Padres have to take advantage of that. Walt Weiss trying to find the formula to try to make those numbers better. But the way the Padres are playing, get them right here at their home digs tonight in the game 1 of this series.
Good save by Grandal on that one hopper. Count goes 3-1 to Morneau. Nolan Arenado on deck. Well, the Padres, after splitting 2 games in Minnesota and winning 2 out of 3 over the weekend in Pittsburgh, come back home with a 13-8 record since the All-Star game, best in the National League. And he loses Morneau. One of the reasons he's a good hitter. He very selective and doesn't strike out.
Well, any walk will drive a manager nuts, right? Now the Rockies were first and second. Remember I mentioned about Jesse Hahn, glove side commander righties? Well, he was having difficulty throwing that fastball down and away to the lefty Morneau.
So first and second as Blackman moves into scoring position. Nolan Arenado normally hits around 6th when the Rockies are healthy, but you lose All-Stars Troy Tulowitzki. He's been out for quite a while with a groin and hip problem. And then Carlos Gonzalez, the talented left-handed hitting outfielder. He's got a bad ankle, placed on the DL. That's taken quite a gap out of the punch of this Colorado lineup. Hit well to left field, but didn't get it all. Smith circles under it. Blackman will return to second. There's 2 away. I mean, these are all-star players. Gonzalez, Michael Kadire, he's been out almost all year with that left shoulder, and then Tulowitzki, left hip and the groin problem.
Tell you what, that's 3 cylinders of a 4-cylinder engine right there.
Yeah, that's like taking 3 of your starters off the NBA lineup. Huh? I mean, those all 3, defense and offense.
And you know what, timing's everything, Dick. That happens to every team. It's just something you cannot control. The injuries happens to the good teams. It happens to the teams in last place.
But when you get to playoff time, you examine the rosters. The teams that had the fewest injuries and are good are the ones that make it through. It's true in the NBA. It's true in the NFL. In for a strike. Corey Dickerson having a terrific year. .319 his average. As we mentioned, hit the home run in the 10th inning against Arizona to salvage the final game of the 3-game series against the D-backs yesterday. Dickerson playing in his 162nd major league game. That's one full season at 162. And he's got 32 doubles, 19 home runs. So he's a keeper. And with the injuries, you find out you've got yourself a talented young player in Dickerson. Two on, two out. Backs him off the plate, 1-1. You and Mike Pomerantz, you were saying that a lot in the series in Pittsburgh.
No
weren't you?
doubt about that. A lot of pitches in with the Pittsburgh Pirate pitching staff.
Five times the Padres were hit by a pitch.
Yep.
1-1. Line drive, hooking, foul. Oh, that could have brought 2 runs home. Here's Dickerson, top of the 10th inning yesterday, as he takes Oliver Perez deep. A 2-run shot. And the Rockies with a rare road win, only their 3rd in the last 23 road games.
Well, lefty on lefty, and he got some serious top hand on that one. That wasn't one of those high trajectory ones. That was a line shot with some serious top spin. It was a wet one.
Did that go in the pool?
I think it went in the pool. Clogged the filter.
There weren't any Dodgers out there swimming.
No,
were there?
celebrating. Yeah.
As they did last year when they clinched the pennant in Arizona. 1-2 to Dickerson.
This is where the changeup might come into play here for Jesse Hahn.
Struck him out. That's a good spot for his first strikeout tonight. A strikeout per inning pitcher has been Hahn. Here come the Padres, bottom of the first. By The Expendables 3. Hang on for one last ride in theaters August 15th. And by Petco, the power of together. And your San Diego Lexus dealer. Some folks coming in on the Amtrak into our fair city, our finest city. As we check the Padres lineup, brought to you by Toyota. Will Venable will start it. Yangervis Solarte hits second, then Seth Smith. Yonder Alonso, red hot since the All-Star break, in the cleanup spot. Then Jed Jerko, Yasmani Grandal, Reimer Liriano in right field batting seventh, Alexi Amarista, and Jesse Hahn. Venable checks in at 227. He's had some success against Lyles, 2 for 7 with a home run. 2-0. Lyles only 23, native of Hartsville, South Carolina. Top draft pick of Houston 6 years ago. 2-1. He was traded over to the Rockies from the Astros along with Brandon Barnes in the deal that sent outfielder Dexter Fowler to the Astros. That's outside. 3-1 to Venable.
You can see that Lyles is not. He is not a maximum effort type pitcher. Almost lulls the hitter to sleep with that big frame of his. He relies on a little bit of movement and location.
Outside, and a leadoff walk to Venable, a good sign. Padres have the first man aboard.
Hey, here's a little bit more info on the right-hander Jordan Lyles. Scouting report: fastball 89-94, slider, curveball, changeup, and he works quickly. And when he was with Houston, he was a more over-the-top four-seam curveball guy. He has somewhat kind of reinvented himself. Sinker, changeup. If you were to classify his two best pitches he's go to recently, sinker and the changeup for Jordan Lyles.
And that changeup is a split finger. He was on the disabled list for 2 months with a fractured glove hand, left hand. And so while he couldn't enter a major league game on the side, he worked on a split finger. Ball one. Jan Solarte hitting just a notch under 300 as a Padre, 24-67. Couple of home runs. Replaces Chase Headley, traded to the Yankees. Those of you wondering how Solarte got here to San Diego. That's a strike. 1-1.
Well, hopefully the Padres can continue the base traffic like they had yesterday in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what, Dick, that was fun to watch.
Yeah,
especially the last day of the series. And how about that? 14-0 in series at PNC Park.
That's just amazing.
I've never seen anything like it.
Pirates must wonder what's going on when the Padres come to town. In fact, that's like Petco Park the second. 14 series in a row, not splitting, 14 in a row, and the Padres have beaten the Pittsburgh Pirates at home all 14 in the series. 8-2 win yesterday. 11 hits for San Diego. Up the middle, that's made to order for two. There's one, and back to first. The tag for the out, a 6-3 double play. Plenty of time for Rutledge at shortstop to double up the Padres as we take a look at the Rockies defense, brought to you by Honda. In the outfield, Dickerson in left, Stubbs in center, Blackman in right. Arenado, Rutledge, LeMahieu, and Morneau around the horn, with Rosario behind the plate for Lyles. So 2 outs on the Solarte double play. Here's Seth Smith. 291, 12th best average in the National League. 386 on base percentage, 6th best in the National League. He's having a superb season. Former backup quarterback at Ole Miss, but he's more than a backup with the Padres. He's been a solid star. He's been their hitter, leading in almost every offensive category. One and one.
Just so calm and cool up at the plate. Great eye at the plate. Hits the ball well where it's pitched. Especially did that yesterday when you talk about that triple, Dick.
We'll take a look at that if we get a chance. Inside, 2-1. And a good hitter at night is Smith for whatever reason. He's 7th best in the National League batting average at night, hitting .311. Oh, a changeup.
Yep.
So the count goes 2-2.
And any good hitter will tell you that a good changeup is the most difficult pitch to pick up and hit solidly. I mean, that changeup was right down the middle of the plate, and Seth was fooled by it.
Rolled foul. Well, yesterday, a key blow in the game against Pittsburgh. Bases loaded. He got a 2-0 fastball and goes deep to the opposite field. Rams off the wall. Just missed a grand slam. That'll clean the bases as Smith with his 5th triple of the season to lead the club, and then he scored a pitch later on a wild pitch, and the Padres had blown it open 8-2. And he lays off that changeup. Full count. Yonder Alonso on deck. And he lost him. So a couple of walks given up by Lyles in this first inning, but the double play has saved him. As we take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your Honda dealers of San Diego County.
All right, Dick. I might need your help tomorrow because, without you on the last road trip, I didn't have anybody to go to.
Yeah, but you were doing just fine.
Well, keep winning at home. Remember they swept the Braves before they went on that road trip? Keep the winning ways, and it's a success for Liriano. Get some runners on. Have Reimer go up there, and when the pitcher has got some pressure on him, so he can maybe drive in a couple of his first runs tonight in his debut.
Alonso, the hitter. Ball 1. Yonder against Lyles, 4 for 6, but it's just not an ordinary 4 for 6 as you look at his season's numbers. He's got 2 doubles and a home run in those 4 hits against Lyles. You can see since the All-Star break, raising his average 25 points. Ball 2. So Lyles having trouble finding home plate, but saved by the double play off the bat of Solarte. 11 balls out of 17 tosses here in the opening frame. Walt Weiss, 50 years of age, second season with the Rockies. And another pitch outside, 3-0.
Pitching coach for the Rockies, Jim Wright, a close eye on his right-hander Jordan Lyles. Missing big time with the sinker last couple of pitches.
Don't be surprised if Alonso gets the green light here. Now he's taken all the way. Boy, for him to take 4 pitches, that's something, huh?
I'm betting one of the first 2 pitches he's hacking. Not the case here.
I mean, often swinging at the first pitch. So 3-1. Smith with a walk at first base, 2 outs in the first inning. Outside, another walk, 3 in this opening inning. 2 on, 2 outs to Jed Jerko. Well, the Achilles for the Rockies as a team has been their pitching. Last in ERA, next to last opposing batting average, last in home runs allowed, and next to last in walks.
And I know you got to play the games, right? But with the way the Padres have been playing after the All-Star break, and you look at these numbers, hey, that's why you still have to go up to the plate with the same intensity. You have to pitch every frame like it's your last, and hopefully it works out for the Padres and keeps them on their winning ways.
So those were major league numbers, last or next to last. Jerko with a chance to punish Lyles' wildness. Hitting 185, 7 home runs. Padre rookie star a year ago with 23 homers and a breaking ball for a strike. Smith at second, Alonso at first. Ooh, almost to the screen. Rosario had to backhand that fastball. Foul back by the man from West Virginia. Grew up in Morgantown, where the university is located. And during the Pittsburgh series, it's just about an hour-and-a-half drive over to Morgantown. He had quite a collection of fans there to root for him.
He sure did. Saw the Twins. A lot of Jerko jerseys at PNC Park.
Inside, 2-2.
And it was great for Jed because, he had struggled But he capped that trip off with an RBI, 2 RBI single in the 9th. And that's, if you're going to finish off a trip, right, that's the way to do it in front of the home folk.
Yeah, something to talk about as you say goodbye.
Yeah.
2 on, 2 out, 2-2 coming up. Struck him out. Changeup gets Turco, and despite 3 walks, Lyles survives without a run scored against him in the first.
Injury updates to give you. Everett Cabrera not in the lineup again today. He was a late scratch yesterday, still having issues with that left hamstring. I talked to him about it. It says almost feels like there's a golf ball back there, a big knot, so they're just working on it. Not a DL situation right now, but he's hoping to get better. Tommy Medica not in the lineup too, but he will be available after taking that pitch to the back of the head. You know, sometimes you wonder with concussion symptoms, they can develop in a couple days, but he says he's still feeling good. Actually said despite how hard he took that, he felt better than he thought that he would. And I'll tell you, after watching it, I know, Mark Great, you were there in person, but even just hearing it on TV, you thought, thank goodness that wasn't worse than what it was.
Absolutely right, Chris. And, you know, it's amazing how things work out. And regarding that golf ball for Everett Cabrera, can you ask him if it's a Titleist? Because I sliced at a Pittsburgh golf course, and I'm wondering if that could be my ball.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. Is that how poorly you hit it that it ends up in the clubhouse?
That's how poorly of a golfer I am. Thanks, Chris.
Willeen Rosario, the catcher, against the Padres. More home runs than any other team. 9 times he's homered against San Diego. And Hahn goes to 2-0. Right field. And Laureano gets his first chance as a big leaguer. 1 away.
Even the fly ball's got to be a little nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Remember in spring training a 3 years ago, he made some dazzling catches in right field.
He sure did.
He's got speed and power. Of course, with that elbow surgery, Tommy John, his strength of arm isn't quite what it was a 3 years ago, but that should come back. Josh Rutledge, the shortstop, is the hitter.
There's new GM, A.J. Preller, enjoying a hot dog, trying to work that ketchup bottle. Well, let's see here. Can somebody get the GM some ketchup?
Trade the bad one for 2 good ones. He is exhausted. He has been
I'm sure.
a heavy track here since arriving less than a week ago. He talked to the coaches and manager Black earlier in the clubhouse, and then in a clubhouse meeting he addressed all the players as well, introduced himself. And we hope as he settles into his role as the GM, he'll come up and spend an inning or two with us in this homestand.
Yeah, I'd like to get to know him a little bit.
Rutledge hitting at 274. And it's in there, 2-2. 90 miles an hour on that one. He was hitting 93, 94 when he first came up to the big leagues, Hahn. So his average speed on that fastball is down a bit. Curveball. And that's one of the statistics that it's being monitored closely. If the fastball is losing a little velocity, maybe. You know, he hasn't pitched this much since college.
Right, and that's why they want to maybe limit the innings, right? You get a good workout for the 2014 campaign. You leave the season with a good taste in your mouth. You have the offseason to work out. That arm has another offseason to heal.
Full count now to Rutledge.
Take a look at the speed range, Dick, for Jesse Hahn. 92 on the heater tonight and 73 on one of the curveballs.
One out, no one on here in the Colorado second. Full count to Rutledge. Struck him out. Willie reared back and threw that 90-mile-an-hour fastball through the swing of Rutledge. 2 away.
Up the ladder. Kind of tough to lay off that four-seamer when it's up around that Rockies on the chest.
Here's our Saquon Casino Daycation stat of the game tonight. National League rookie leaders, most strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. 8.65 per 9 innings. Hahn leading the way. Did I see where DeGrom is going to go on the DL?
I saw that. I tell you what, just the other day it seemed like a handful of players just were going on the DL or going to have surgery.
Yeah, the wear and tear of a 162 game season plus 30 games in the spring. DJ LeMahieu, the lanky infielder, checks in tonight at 266.
I'm going to correct myself. It says Colorado on the chest of the uniform. I said Rockies. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow night it'll be Rockies. 1-1.
Oh, good two-seam action on that one. See what Jesse Hahn keeps that ball down in the zone? You don't have to blow it by hitters at 95, 96. You keep it down around the knees. That's good two-seam action. And watch LeMahieu swing right over the top of that one. Boy, even kind of tough for Yasmani Grandal to kind of catch that one.
Line to right. Liriano's there. Oops, he was fighting the lights. It's his first experience at Petco. And able to make the catch on the line out by LeMahieu. No score going to the bottom of the second.
He sort of plays like Raul Mondesi again. Now, it's an unfair comparison. You look at Raul Mondesi, what he did in the major leagues is a hell of a career. So I'm not labeling him as that, but the physical skills, the body, how he plays, a little bit like Mondesi.
Ask Buddy Black in the pregame to comment on Liriano. Did he remind you of anyone in the past? And Raul Mondesi came to mind. Liriano will bat second here in the bottom of the second inning. Grandal starts it, then Liriano. And everyone anxious to see him in his first big league at bat. Grandal hitting .200. 9 home runs. A breaking ball in there from Lyles, who needed 25 pitches to get out of the first inning, walking 3 men, but Padres unable to take advantage of his wildness.
Well, Ron Culpa calling the high strike on that last slider.
Interesting action, Mark Grant, over in the American League. Kansas City in the top of the 9th inning leading Oakland 3-2. The Tigers have lost to Pittsburgh tonight. So if Kansas City wins, they're going to go into first place ahead of Detroit.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? The Royals doing really well.
Inside 2-2. Justin Verlander, a rough outing. Lasted only 1 inning, gave up 4 earned runs to the Buccos. Change up fouled away by Grandal.
I kind of liked what I saw when the Royals came to town.
Well,
good young players, and
we've seen that since 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
Some of their young #1 draft picks,
Sure.
because they didn't do well,
yeah,
becoming solid big leaguers. And look at how well they played without some of their stars in the Padres series. They had
right.
3 of their best
That's right.
players were on the bench. Alvarez, the third baseman, Walker, the second baseman, and the MVP of the league, McCutchen, the center fielder, all with injuries, and took 1 out of the 3 games. Reimer. I have to find out what rhymes with Reimer. Homer? Heimer? Homer. No, that doesn't work.
Something baseball related you're looking for?
Yeah, go to work on that, will you?
I'll put my best man on it.
Primer.
There you go.
Struck him out. Second strikeout for Lyles. And here is Reimer Liriano. His heart has to be pounding as he walks to the plate for the first time as a major leaguer. And he's greeted well by these Padre fans. At El Paso, in 16 games, he was hitting .467. That's his combined San Antonio and El Paso. But eye-popping numbers in the 16 in AAA. Inside ball 1. Well constructed physically. He's 6 feet and 210.
I like the swing. Aggressive, right? Doesn't feel for the ball. Very athletic stance up at the plate. Not really standing straight up, but bent at the knees. Good athletic position.
Wearing a great number with Chase Headley gone. Inherits the number 7. Two and 1. Adrenaline has to be coursing through this young man's veins. Inside, and he's level on the count, 2-2.
Lyles counters with the 2-seam fastball down and in. Not a bad choice when you've got a swing like Liriano.
Of course, each team has their scouts in the minor league, so Liriano, they've already got a report on him. That was the ball well inside. And then he takes the pitch, breaking ball, strike 3. So that's 3 in a row by Lyles. Which pitcher are we seeing? The one that walks 3 in the first, or the one that struck out 3 in a row since?
Well, he started off getting behind with a fastball, 2-seamer, 1-0. Now he's going to put a wrinkle in it. That was one he probably could have turned on. Going back to the 2-seamer. But what's the common thread here? Trying to pound it in, and then he's got him thinking in. High breaking ball.
Well, the first of many chances for Liriano. Alexi Amarista. He's had terrific success against Lyles, 5 for 9. Rounder up the middle, and Rutledge able to spin and throw. A 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Lyles. After 2 at Petco, no score. The music in the background from OAR of a Revolution. And we've got some great news for you fans of outstanding music. OAR is going to be involved in a post-game concert upcoming in September as we welcome Ben Gershman, who is the bass guitarist with the group. Four of them are from Ohio State, so you Buckeye fans, here you go. But you also went back to Maryland to get your degree.
That's right. I just graduated. It's one of those things when you're in a band, you don't think about education too much. But for me, it was important because my parents, they really wanted both their kids to graduate.
That's great. What was your major? Not music, I suppose.
No, I veered the other way. It was global business and public policy.
Wow.
Yeah. You are covered, my man.
I try to be. I try to be. You know, in our band, we've always hit challenges along the road, and we try to be really, smart about them. So I figured, learn a little bit more about business in general.
Very impressive.
Jordan Lyles leads off top of the third for Colorado. He has a home run this year, hitting 200 on the season. You saw his career numbers. Stands right up on the plate, doesn't he?
Now, Benj, you lived in New York City. Now, why would you ever think about leaving New York City and coming to San Diego? What is wrong with you?
Are you serious?
this
you
made the right
heaven.
choice.
Yeah, this is paradise. I love it here. I've been coming out here for vacations, pretty much every year. The band comes out every year for at least one show, and we all love it. But for me, I had the opportunity to come out here with my fiance, and we set up shop, and we plan on starting a family out here. It's gonna be great. Yeah, love it. It's a beautiful place. I mean, the weather, the people, everything.
Leadoff walk to the opposing pitcher, not good for Jesse Hahn. That'll take the Rockies to the top of the order, and Charlie Blackmon. Well, let's give the folks the information on Saturday, September 20th, folks. Get your tickets. That's a game against the Giants. And after the game, OAR will have a concert.
We say we melt people's faces. That's what it is, in a nice way. That's what you do when you rock and roll.
Now, why the name OAR of a Revolution? What was the
Well, when we started, the name was just Of a Revolution, and it came from a phrase from a story that our singer wrote. It was, a part of a character story that has continued through our whole album cycles, through all these years, 18 years we've been a band. And, OAR is Of a Revolution, but it was just one of those things as we got into the business of music. Saying Of a Revolution is a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
People, what'd you say? So we figured shorten it, make it easier, marketable. That's how it came about.
So OAR, or you're all pulling in the same direction, I would guess.
There you
go. yeah.
Finally, a strike after 4 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone to the opposing pitcher, and then the first pitch missed to Blackman, who singled up the middle his first time. Infield hit. Who writes your music?
We all collaborate on that, but mainly our singer Mark is creating the music. He's a very talented writer, and we're just over all these years that we've been doing it, the process has really become pretty streamlined. And he actually produced this last record that we put out called the Rockville LP,
right.
And it's
Rockville, Maryland.
That's right. That's where we all grew up. And we named the record after that.
Are you an Orioles fan, or were an Orioles fan?
Now I'm a Padres fan. I was, yeah. I'm wearing the gear.
There you go.
I moved out here. I switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, I understand your family, when you were growing up, you had a collectibles store.
That's right. Yeah, well, it was more of a business that we went to trade shows and stuff like that. It was out of our basement. My father and I, my brother, we just kind of did it wherever we could, but our thing was to collect cards from pre-1980.
So just baseball or all sports?
It was mainly baseball. We had a couple football and a couple basketball cards, but mainly baseball. I mean, my dad, he's a Red Sox fan. He grew up in Rhode Island. So you know how those guys are.
Yeah.
They're pretty intense.
1-2 now to Blackman. Well, we'll show and share our audience your ceremonial first pitch. It looked like you got the Ephus pitch going for you. That dropped it right into the strike zone.
I did okay.
Yeah.
I was lucky to have some practice out there.
All right, here we go. Look at that. Huh? It had a big sink to it.
I just didn't want to hit any dirt.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous. I've been practicing for a few days throwing around. I didn't get the heads up that this was happening until last week, so not too much warm-up time, but did all right.
That one laced to left center. Venable able to gallop into the gap and make the catch. Pitcher Lyles returns to first base, 1 away.
So, Benj, what was your inspiration getting into music, and what other types of music do you enjoy?
Well, the inspiration back in the day was really about positivity and having something, that wasn't trouble to do. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot in the suburbs. And, for our band, the revolution wasn't social or political. It was really just about something positive. And that was the music itself and the experience that we were sharing with friends. So that was truly what it was.
You're on the positive train, right?
Yeah.
We're very, we're uplifting kind of band.
Nice.
We try to keep it like that. I think there's a lot of music that isn't, and the world needs more of that good stuff.
Good for you.
That's a nice philosophy. Now, where will the stage be where you'll perform? Do you know?
I'm not sure yet. Sometimes they'll set us up behind second base. Sometimes, on one of the first or third base sides. But it's kind of up to you guys.
I think sometimes here they use left field.
Is that right?
Playing into the left field bleachers or the deep left field, but we'll see.
Right
well, anyway, folks, again, the date is September 20th. The Giants will be in town. It's a 5:40 game, a Saturday night. And after the game, your ticket allows you to stay for the concert with OAR.
Yeah, very popular venue here in North County. You're probably aware of it, Benj, the Belly Up, right?
Yeah, actually we did 2 shows there.
Yeah, it says here that the Padres have a nice connection with the Belly Up, and it's going to be the Belly Up at the ballpark.
It's amazing. They're one of the coolest clubs to play, I think,
really
in
is.
the country.
Yeah.
And we are honored to continue to have a relationship with them. For them to set this up and bring us in is just crazy. We're just so happy to be here.
You just play the bass?
Yeah.
No vocals? Background?
It's a bad idea to do that. I think our singer's got it covered pretty well. Yeah. I know I've got that radio voice,
2-2. Swing and a miss by Stubbs. Third strikeout for Jesse Hahn. So 2 away to Justin Morneau.
Have you ever seen a curveball like this, Benj? Maybe from Jim Palmer back in the day?
Yeah. I saw a couple of Jims. I mean, it's, like this perspective that you guys have up here is really incredible. I know you're lucky and you're working and all that, but this is a great place to watch a ball game. I mean, you can see everything.
Going to have to get you out more often.
Hey, just let me know. I'll come out anytime.
Well, now that you're a San Diego County resident, you have no excuse.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Morneau, a tough out as we described him his first time up. He walked. Number 5 hitter, National League on the road. Number 1 hitter against right-handed pitching this year. Leading the Rockies with a .318 average. There's the breaking ball, drops in there.
Hey, Benj, give your band members a shout out. Give them some love.
Ooh,
who are they?
Mark, Richard, Chris, and Jerry. 4 of my best friends in this whole world. Great guys. Really, I miss you guys. Wish you could be here tonight. But, next time through, we'll be here together.
8 studio albums for them. The latest release, the Rockville LP, just released in June of this year. They performed at the 2006 Home Run Derby at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. So they'll feel at home here in the environs of Petco Park.
Absolutely. You guys have a beautiful park here.
It is indeed. We're fortunate in so many ways. All right, 2 outs to Morneau with 2 strikes on him.
Did you play ball as a kid?
Oh, yeah. My dad was my coach.
What was your position?
I played shortstop.
And your favorite player growing up? Was it an Oriole?
I really liked Wade Boggs, and I also liked Ricky Henderson.
Those are two great
guys.
choices.
Yes, indeed.
2 Hall of Famers.
That's right. And actually, I saw Ricky Henderson at this past All-Star game that we played the pregame celebration, and he was sitting a few rows behind us when we were watching the game, and I was trying to play it cool. I didn't say a word to him. He's the man.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Morneau. 2 outs. Pitcher Lyles at first base. Reaches out and flies it to right. Liriano can't make the catch. Lyles on his way to third. And the throw by Liriano comes in on a couple of hops. First and third. So Liriano, a good effort. Well, he comes up wincing. He rolled over the ball, I think, as he tried to make that catch. So first and third. That's Morneau. He just was didn't have much left on the swing, but enough on the front foot just to flick it to right field for a base hit.
And what a great effort by Reimer. And it's a do or die play. Does he ever get the glove on it? Oh, it's like you said, Dick. Hit his glove and then he rolls over onto the baseball. Good effort. Kept it in front of him. Prevented a run.
So first and third with 2 outs, and Nolan Arenado flying to left his first time, the hitter. Well, Benj Gershman representing OAR and the band that will be performing here at Petco Park late in September. Oh, that's a great double header ticket. You get to see the Padres and the Giants and then stay around for a Saturday night concert. And we'll all look forward to that. Arenado. 46 runs batted in this year.
That's the pitch right there we're talking about. He needs to command that pitch. Fastball command, glove side to the right-handed hitter. Glove side, Jesse Hahn. That means down and away. Perfect. A little bit of movement there, too, as well. Good two-seam movement.
2-1 now the count. Another fastball, that one riding away. Runners at the corners here in the third for Colorado. No score. 2 out. And the 2-1 delivery. Fly ball. Shallow and right. Liriano camped under it. And the inning comes to an end. And we thank Benj Gershman. Come back and see us again.
You got it. September 20th.
Good luck with your group.
Hey, peace.
That's right. That's our tune.
OAR fans. Player profile brought to you by Arco as we profile Jordan Lyles. 5 starts against the Padres, has not had much success. 1-3 with a ERA just under 7, and opposing hitters for San Diego hitting at a .320 pace, but so far no hits. He's allowed 3 walks. He struck out 3.
Yeah, his only loss of the season was against the Padres, Dick. You mentioned a little bit ago, but remember that game? He walked 6. So hopefully the Padres can get more walks and get more runs against the right-hander Lyles.
Jesse Hahn will lead it off. Then the top of the order, Venable and Solarte. And the first pitch in for a strike.
Hey, I like the philosophy of bench.
I was thinking the same thing. Positive music.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's and he seemed,
good kid.
Personify that.
Yep.
He's I've never met him before. A very positive young guy.
We wish him well. Once again, that concert September 20th, Saturday when the Giants are in town. OAR.
You ever been to that Bellyache bar where they play?
The Bellyache?
Belly up.
I've been to the Belly Up.
I think I saw your face. I think I saw your navel there on the.
I have been there, and it's a great venue. They get some great bands up there.
Spoils that one. 0-2. Well, I'm going to give an equal plug here for the La Jolla Summerfest, the classical music. All of August, there's almost 100 world-renowned artists that come to La Jolla and perform much of it chamber music. And with my week off, he swings and misses. 4 strikeouts now.
Saw some good concerts.
Oh, some fabulous. I mean, even music that I understand. There was a concert yesterday with Brahms and Schubert, and I frankly didn't know one piece of the music, but I was just stunned and excited by how brilliant these artists are. And Brian Devine, who is the CEO of Petco, and he was the one who engineered the deal to call this baseball park Petco Park. He's been a very big contributor to the music there in La Jolla. He's here tonight entertaining 25 or 30 guests, some of them the musicians that are enjoying San Diego, La Jolla. And there's many concerts left in August. Venable walked the first time, one of 3 first-inning walks. 0-2.
Seems like Lyles is going to be one of those pitchers at the Padres, especially if you get a lot of 2-seamers away. Got to try to spank it that way. Will did just that in Pittsburgh in the 4th inning yesterday against Charlie Morton. Singled the left field nicely.
Check swing. Did he go? No. 1-2. He homered against Lyles previous meeting. That's slicing down into the souvenir section of Petco. So there they are. La Jolla Music Society group there with Brian Devine and Jimmy Lynn and Christopher Beach. Lynn is the music director for the summer, and Christopher Beach is the president and artistic director. They're going to build a whole new, in downtown La Jolla, a theater there. It's going to be, first class, like one of the major music theaters in the entire country in La Jolla, California.
You'll
right
get
downtown.
You'll get big time acts there. Then,
walking
right?
distance from our house. That's going to be really nice. Outside, 3-2. Now we're so fortunate to be living in this great city. There's so much
absolutely
to enjoy. The nice thing about musicians, including Ben here and those that I've met, the classical musicians, is that there's quite a bond. Most of them are big fans, big baseball fans.
Yeah.
The coordination and talent that goes together in a quartet or a sextet. It's like a baseball 9. You got to be coordinated. Know what your fellow man is doing. Lined out, Venable for the second out as it's time for you to tweet your photo using hashtag SDFanPhoto. A chance to have it shown in a telecast brought to you by AT&T. 2 outs here in the 3rd. Padres yet to come up with a base hit against Jordan Lyles. Jan Solarte hit into a 6-3 double play his first time. And speaking of music, a tip of the Padre cap to Westview High School. Their national anthem tonight. Big
Beautiful
band. Wasn't that nice?
It was very nice. I like it when kids sing it and when bands do the national anthem.
2-0. Ron Culpa, and the crowd is down to a murmur. You can hear him call the balls and strikes. He tells you exactly why he called it a ball. Two and one. Tomorrow night, 7:10 start, but 6:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. It'll be O.D. Despaigne on the mound for the Padres, the Cuban right-hander, against Johan Flande, who is 0-4 for Colorado.
Johan Flande sounds like a dessert, doesn't it? Mr. Enberg, we have the cheesecake, the tiramisu, and the Johan Flande. What would you like?
Yes, can I have a little caramelized? You're able to come up with food about anything, you know? Watch out. Another 3-ball count for Lyles, his 7th in the game.
Need to create some excitement, huh? Get these fans up out of their seats. A little 2-out thunder right here.
And a couple of hops to the second baseman, LeMahieu. And Mr. Jordan Lyles moving along. 3 innings of no-hit ball. Retired the last 7 in a row.
Got to know this kid in spring training, but he's done a really nice job of, to your point, going from Port Charlotte to the majors and handling it very well as far as, you know, the mental approach, the fundamental and physical. It's in there. This guy was on the radar as a collegian, as a good pitcher. So again, it's he put it together. I don't want to say he put it together quickly. It was always in there, but you know, his aptitude and makeup enabled him to get here, in a relative short period of time after a surgery and perform.
Buddy Black talking about Jesse Hahn and quite the year that Jesse's had. Rewind 365 days ago. Tonight he was pitching in Port Charles in a single-A game. Today, Petco Major League game, so quite the year. But he said that doesn't really surprise me when you look at guys like Tim Lincecum, Justin Verlander. They moved up pretty quickly, but a term that Buddy likes to use, his heartbeat. He goes, I like his heartbeat and his demeanor. And a year later, what a dream come true for Jesse Hahn.
Yeah, we had a hint of that, Chris, didn't we, in spring training when Hahn was very impressive, but they just felt that he wasn't ready at the major league level. But everyone had their eyes on this lanky 6'5" right-hander, Hahn, as he works to Corey Dick Gerson, who struck out swinging the first time. 1-1. Yeah, with American Forces Network carrying our telecast tonight, we'll try to catch you men and women up to date on the playoff picture as we're now into August, and that's relative. And one of the games tonight with Kansas City beating Oakland, 2 first-place teams. Kansas City has catapulted into first place ahead of the Tigers in the American League Central. Interesting final out in that game we're going to share with you. Dickerson, 1-2. Sharply hit, but right at Amarista. He fires across, 1 away. Let's go to that final out. It was a 3-2 win for the Royals against Oakland. At Kansas City, Dyson, the center fielder, will make the catch for the final out, and this is how he celebrates. Flipping into first base. Or first place are the Royals against the Tigers. Division leaders, Baltimore with a 5.5 lead. That's the biggest lead of any first place team in all 6 divisions of the major leagues. Kansas City now ahead of Detroit. Oakland has a 3.5 game advantage against the Angels. And if you're going to look at the wild card in the American League, LA the leader with Detroit. Second place position. Another hot shot, and it's Jerko able to stab it and throw out Willeen Rosario. That ball was crushed. 2 away.
Boy, great plays. Center of the diamond, shortstop, hot smash right on Amarista. Now Jed's got to go to his right. The ball's hit so sharply, he's got time to get up. As you can see that Rosario, he's not going to break any speed records. Gets him by about 3 steps. Nice play, Jed Jerko.
So 2 out to Josh Rutledge, who struck out his first time. Couple of hits for the Rockies. Blackman an infield single in the first, and Morneau punched a single to right field in the third. A couple of walks from Hahn and 3 strikeouts. It's that outside corner. 91 on that fastball. Hahn winning 6 of his first 8 games in his major league career. That was the best ever start by a Padre. Just outside, as you heard, Culpa. 3-1. DJ LeMahieu would be next. Outside, says Culpa. That's the 3rd walk allowed by Jesse Hahn. Brings up LeMahieu, line to right field his first time.
Oh, Mark Sweeney, welcome. You're down by the dugout.
I am down near the dugout, yes, in my perch.
How you doing down there?
I'm doing great. Feels good.
Hey, you know, Mark, I mentioned earlier Jesse Hahn needs to make some issues or some adjustments. Glove hand side of the fastball. He's hit it a few times tonight, but can you imagine if he hits that 8 out of 10 times?
Yeah, and you know what, Mark? I think that's what goes into those scouting reports, and now you're seeing a bigger sample size for Jesse Hahn, and that's going to be something that they're going to look at for the Colorado hitters. They're not going to look out there. They're going to make sure that he throws those strikes, and they're going to start looking and cutting the plate in half. That's going to be to their benefit.
Walt Weiss looking on with 2 outs, no score here at Petco. And Rondell going out to talk to Hahn.
Yeah, the next pitch for Jesse will be number 70.
Too many. 3 walks will do that. 2 outs here in the 4th. With 2 outs, Rutledge a threat to try to steal, but not a serious one. He does not have a stolen base all season. Another one out of the strike zone. 2-0. No easy innings for Hahn so far. And yet no score.
And you know, when he's only touching 90 with the fastball now, he better make sure he does locate that fastball. You miss middle in. Could be dangerous. There it is.
Able to pinch the outside corner. 2-1. Only his 11th major league start, but he shows so much maturity. Hahn goes inside and gets the call. 2-2.
That's a nice counter. 4-seamer away, 2-seamer in for the called strike. The hitter's thinking away, and then you drop the 2-seamer on him. Move his feet a little bit. And a nice frame job also by Yasmani.
Runner goes, and a check swing foul.
Well, Mark Sweeney, regarding another issue, you have to admire the effort from Reimer Liriano in right field on that dive, huh?
Yeah, so exciting, and also that first step. He's very encouraging. This is a 5-tool guy that you can do a lot of stuff, especially help you with the glove, help you with the arm coming. And you can see, you know, just the effort. The first step is very important to give yourself an opportunity, but also get a glove on the ball so you keep it in front, doing a nice job, especially the excitement of the night.
Rutledge back to first base. 2-2 now as LeMahieu watches Hahn visit first base. Nice turnout on this Monday night for the first of 3. I think the Padre fans excited about the play of San Diego since the All-Star break. Inside, 3-2. That curveball hanging. And plenty of room for you tomorrow. Hope you've made your ticket plans. 6:30 our TV time here on Fox Sports San Diego, a 7:10 start. And then Wednesday, a 3:40 game will be on at 3. And Ian Kennedy will be on the mound for the Padres. All right, young man, maybe you'll get a ball here before the night's over. Runner goes, broken bat ground ball right at third. Fair ball. Solarte throws him out. How did that ball stay fair? Maybe the broken bat put a reverse English on it. And Hahn able to work his way out of the 4th inning. Right over the bag. Bottom of the 4th, no score.
high Ram truck. Spotlight third baseman, 23-year-old Nolan Arenado. How good is this kid? He can go to his right. He can go to his left. He can dive. He can fire a strike from his knees. He can charge the ball as well, barehanded. Bottom line, folks, how good is he? He won a Gold Glove last year as a rookie after spending nearly a month in the minor leagues and up to the big leagues.
Little Michael Jordan in his game there with a ton wagging.
Oh, he is a good one down there at the hot corner. Nolan Arenado.
23 years of age from nearby El Toro High School up the freeway. He was a second-round pick of the Rockies. As Jordan Lyles goes to work on Seth Smith and Yonder Alonso and Jed Jerko. Smith walked his first time. Darren Balsley having a chat with Hahn and Grandal, his battery mate. Inside, 1-1.
Did you see how Jesse Hahn was just locked into the eyes of Darren Balsley? This kid is coachable. He wants to learn. And that's one of the things that Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, and the manager, Bud Black, has said about Jesse Hahn.
You could see Hahn was upset with himself as he left the field. Top half of the inning, even though he got out of a 2-out walk, he's not happy with himself because he's not throwing more strikes. Maybe Balsley gave him a little tip that'll help him going into the 5th inning. 1-2 now on Smith. And a ground ball to the right side. Morneau with the flip. Pitcher Lyles with the out, 3-1.
Well, Mark Sweeney, we highlighted Nolan Arenado, the third baseman for the Rockies. Your thoughts?
Yeah, guys, this third baseman for the Rockies, very exciting. And for the Padre fans, reminds me a lot of Ken Caminetti. Very active at third base. A lot of range, but throwing off balance, making a lot of acrobatic plays. This young man is catching the baseball by storm. A lot of people talk about him being the best already at third base.
I remember Mark and Dick, I was talking to some Padres before. This was maybe the first time the Padres played the Rockies, right? And a couple of the Padre players even said, just give him the Gold Glove right now.
Right.
You know, that's how good he is.
Well, he got one. That's rare for a rookie 22 years of age to win a Gold Glove, but there was no doubt about his immense talent. High drive to right field. Alonso has it going deep. Petco Porch, touch 'em all. Well, the Padres finally have a hit off Jordan Lyles. It's a big one. Alonso, home run number 7. And San Diego takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, it was a 1-0 pitch. It was a high, looked like maybe even a high changeup because out in front of it a little bit. I think I heard the snap of the bat. Hey, didn't hit it on the sweet spot, but he caught it out in front. Played Pepper with the Petco Porch. Mark Sweeney, what do you think of that swing?
Well, you caught it out front, but he also kept his hands inside the baseball because that did not have any hook on it. Perfect swing by Yonder Alonso in a perfect spot. We saw the home run on the road in Minnesota. His swing start coming around.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place to aim at Petco Porch, the shortest part of the yard. It's 322 down the line, and it bends out a bit after about, 15 feet? But that's probably about a 335, 340-foot home run. 1-0 Padres. Jerko looks at ball 3, 3-0. So Alonso coming into the game was 4 for 6 with 2 doubles and a home run off Lyles, and he's got a walk and a homer tonight. 3-1. Jerko struck out the first time. That ball ripped into left center field, and it's fielded beautifully by Stubbs. Drops it. Jerko has to put on the brakes. That's a great job by Stubbs. We mentioned how fast he is. He was able to cut that ball off. It looked as if that was headed for the left center field wall and at least a double. But Stubbs holds it to a long single.
Well, second time around, remember the home run to Alonso? It was a pitch that was up. This pitch looked like it was up, and Jed, the perfect Jed Jerko swing that we've seen. And when you get a pitch like that over the zone, you're hoping that good things happen just like that. Good swing from Jed.
So back-to-back hits, the first of the game for the Padres here in the fourth. Home run and a single. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? First time through the lineup, opposing hitters 180. Second time 252. Third time 319. Proving true here in the fourth inning as he goes through the lineup for the second time. Grandal, a strikeout victim, his first at bat. 9 home runs for the Padre catcher. Off speed. 1-0. Well, since the All-Star game, the Padres are averaging 4.5 runs a game. Second best in the National League, just slightly behind Arizona. Meanwhile, their pitching continues to be #1 in the National League, and the bullpen #1 in the major leagues. And Hahn, despite some control problems, has not allowed a run and only 2 hits tonight. That misses away, 3-0.
Boy, the body language from Lyles tells you a lot too.
Ninth time he's had a 3-ball count.
Padres got to capitalize on that. A lot of discussion from Walt Weiss, looks like, with Jim Wright, Tommy Runnels, the bench coach.
3-1, lays it in there. 73 pitches, and we're only 1 out into the fourth inning. So both pitchers with all the 3-ball counts. Hahn's had 5. That ball slapped deep to center field. Stubbs on his horse. Can't get it. Running all the way. Jerko. Here he comes around at the throw at the plate. Going to be a play. And he's out. Unable to even slide. Now, Jerko had to make sure the ball wasn't caught. So he makes the turn at second and seemed to be stumbling a bit, trying to decide whether or not Glenn Hoffman was going to wave him home. And it winds up a double for Grandal, but the result is not good.
Well, let's go back to Grandal. Once again, another pitch up in the zone. Now, Dick, you mentioned Stubbs has got good speed, right? That is just out of his reach. Jed actually went across second base and came to a complete stop. He now has to gear it up. Comes up short at home plate. A good relay by the Colorado Rockies on the put out at the plate.
An awkward slide. Just fortunate that he didn't do some damage. 8-6-2 on the put out if you're keeping score. Here's Liriano. Now the Padres in order: a home run, a single, a double.
Now Jed is not a burner, right? So he's at second base, stop, complete stop. Actually, and then he stumbles a little bit, getting the green light from Glenn.
That was a perfect relay, wasn't it? Stubbs to the shortstop, Rutledge to the plate. 1-1 to Liriano in his major league debut. Struck out, took a third strike his first time.
Mark, I'm guessing a lot of off-speed stuff to Liriano. We know he loves the fastball, right?
Yeah, he loves the fastball, looking out over the plate and trying to expose them and use his emotions against him tonight.
Oh. Liriano hit on the hand, left hand. That didn't sound good at all.
I think it was off the knob, huh?
Yeah, off the left knuckles. And the knob. Yeah, might
have been half and half, huh? One of those where it like kind of pinches you when it gets your hand. Because you could hear it.
That brings Jim Wright to the mound to talk with Lyles, first and second. For the Padres, 4 straight men have reached base safely. Home run, single, double, hit batsman, but only 1 run is scored. Hopefully Liriano's okay. Talking about all the injuries, Paul Goldschmidt, the all-star first baseman for the D-backs, broken hand, hit by one of those pitch it inside Pittsburgh Pirate
Dick, that's a good point. I'm surprised more hitters don't have a protective thing around the top of their hands. You know? I remember Jeff Bagwell.
Ask Sweeney about that. Why wouldn't you have one of those?
Well, there's a lot of things. Jeff Bagwell actually had that on his hand because he stayed on the plate. But there's some guys that will wear a protective thing on their hands. But also, you'll see a lot of guys that'll put their fingers over the knob of the bat, so they'll be exposed still, even if it looks like it hits the knob of the bat.
Well, Walt Weiss is out talking with Ron Kulpa, the home plate umpire. Oh, he's talking with Dana DeMuth. Take a listen to this.
Is that reviewable?
Hit batsman?
I guess so, because they're going to go to New York to decide whether or not the ball was off the bat or off the hand. Boy, if you're back in New York, how are you going to be able to make that call? Plays that are not eligible for video review. Well, let's go that ones that are eligible. And there are a lot of them. Batter hit by pitch is one of them.
I mean, you can clearly hear it. But was it one of those that, caught bat and hand?
What do you think, Mark Sweeney? You were right there.
It did sound like the bat. You hear that wood part, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hit you. I don't know how they're going to look like this is not going to be hitting the hand, because the hand is part of that bottom part of the bat.
It might have been simultaneous hand and bat. I mean, Liriano, in his major league first opportunity, is not about to go up and put on a theatrical performance and act as if it hit him. His reaction was natural. It did hit him. Rule stands. Liriano hit by pitch. So no more challenge for Walt Weiss. 2 out. 2 on to Alexi Amarista. Grounded to short his first time. Padres still have a challenge.
It's still somewhat early, right? And Walt Weiss and the Rockies out of challenges now.
Boy, this had the potential of being a big inning for the Padres, but the outstanding relay by the Rockies on the double by Grandal to nail Jerko at the plate has limited San Diego to just a run. But a chance here with 2 out, 2 on, and an easy roller to second. LeMahieu flips to first, and Jordan Lyles wiggles out of a jam, gives up a home run, a single, a double, and hits a batter. But the Padres score just 1 run, and Alonso finds Petco Porch. That'll get him barking. 1-0. And Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Real friendly, real close. By Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo, just $4.99 plus tax. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. Visit us at aramco.biz. Moon-sized baseball here just in front of our studios, looking in from left field, where Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney will have all the highlights for you, all the big stories. You got one of the longest home runs you'll ever see, the Kansas City celebration into first place, and much more tonight. So stay with us for Padres Live. Chief owner Ron Fowler on the left, Tom Seidler to his left. Ron doesn't, I know now and then he stays up in the owner's booth. It's very nice. You have to entertain. But he wants to be right down there behind home plate.
Hey, he's a man of the people, right?
Absolutely. And I think he was a catcher in his day. He likes the whole feel of being close to home plate. 1-2. The count on pitcher Jordan Lyles. And Tom Seidler involved in the minor league team up in Visalia. 2-2. Just doesn't seem to be any easy at bats for Jesse Hahn. He walked Lyles the first time. Doesn't this time. Strike 3, says Ron Kulpa. One away in the fifth. Let's go down to Mark Sweeney.
Yeah, Dick, you know, you talk about the little things that you do, and watch Stubbs from center field. This is a great swing by Grandal, but the play at center field, sliding into the wall and being athletic, coming up and grabbing the ball. Now, he doesn't go to his glove. He just hits the cutoff man, and this is the difference maker of winning one-run ball games, especially at Petco Park.
Boy, you can't draw it up any better than that, can you? Perfect throw to Rutledge, and he fires a perfect one-hop to home plate. And the time expended as a ground ball two-hopper by Charlie Blackmon to first baseman Alonso for the second out. The time, be interested, from the time Stubbs picked up the ball till the tag was made at home plate, it doesn't seem like there's more than a couple of seconds.
Right. And the importance, we've heard it, Mark and Dick, since Little League, right? Hit the cutoff man. If that ball short hops him, it's difficult to make the catch. If it's over his head a little bit, Jed Jerko probably scores.
And that's, of course, kids practice that from Little League on, and you see that spring training over and over again. Drew Stubbs takes a strike. He's popped up and struck out tonight. On with 2 walks and 4 punch-outs. Breaking ball.
Mark, you remember cutoffs and relays in spring training, right?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Boy, how much fun was that when the coaches would have to hit the fungo down to the corner, and you got to bust your tail over there in the corner?
Yeah, that's a fun day, but the next day is really difficult when you really can't throw a ball you can't get loose.
Swing and a foul tip, strike 3. Jesse Hahn has another strikeout. 5 on the night for Hahn. halfway mark in this one, 4.5 in the books. And tomorrow, we invite you to catch a special Padres analyst panel on ST Live featuring Mark Grant and Mark Sweeney. Plus, we'll hear from the fans about the Padres' new general manager, A.J. Preller. That's tomorrow right after Padres Live here on Fox Sports San Diego. So, triple header of baseball activity, the game itself, and Padres Live, and then SD Live tomorrow night.
Oh, you're going to want to tune into that one and see what Mark Sweeney has to say. He's always doing good stuff.
Well, you guys know this. Pomerantz does a great job on that show. We saw it firsthand today.
Isn't it unbelievable how well he does?
He does. He's a perfectionist. He gets into his inner Peter Jennings.
Inner Peter Jennings?
Yes.
Jesse
he brings it out.
1 and 2. And you're Eric Severide, are you?
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
A man and his cola.
He's in the newsroom getting the scoop.
High chopper to third. Arenado takes care of Hahn, 1 away. Top of the order then to Will Venable, who has walked and line to center. One nothing Padres on Yonder Alonso's 7th home run of the season in the 4th inning. Strike 1. Got a call, did Lyles. One and 1. Arenado at third, bag high, respecting Venable's ability to drop one down. Unlike so many games, they don't use the shift on Venable. Play him straight away, don't they?
Boy, if he could drag something with him down that first base line.
Yeah, they're deep on the right side. Looper foul. On this date, August 11th in 1969, Don Drysdale hung him up. Shoulder problems.
Really?
1969. He was the last of the Brooklyn Dodgers to play in L.A. High fly ball, left field. Dickerson takes care of the second out. And that was to the good fortune of radio and television audiences, because he then worked at the Rangers and then joined me with the Angels.
You know what, Dick, that would be a bet that I would have lost. If somebody were to ask me when did Don Drysdale retire, I would have said maybe 73, 72, 73. 1969?
Yeah, you think
seems
about
too early.
Koufax as well. That great 1-2 pitching punch for the Dodgers. 2 away. Solarte has grounded out twice, once into a double play. Ooh, good hack there. He was so much Don Drysdale like you, Mark Grant, and this is the highest compliment I can pay to a man. Never had a bad day. He's always happy. He always made people around him happy.
Very kind of you, Professor. I appreciate that.
That's a great quality. We all have our low days, you know.
Yeah. I remember.
You hide them well.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember meeting Don. That was a big thrill for me, even being a big leaguer. Having him come up to me at Dodger Stadium. Hey, Mark, how you doing? I'm like, whoa, what, wait, what? It's Don Drysdale saying hi to me.
Yeah, he had a great sense of humor, great cackle. Very bright.
Did great work
Loved
on
all
the air,
sports.
too.
Yeah. Oh, with the World Series calls, the playoff calls, the Padres, Don had a chance to be on the microphone.
Yeah,
that,
in '84, Cubs, Padres.
'84, yeah.
Calling
that tomorrow.
Calling that Steve Garvey home run off of Lee Smith.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Solarte with the bases empty, 2 outs here in the 5th. Fly ball, left field. Dickerson has to come in for it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Lyles. 5 in the books. 1-0 Padres. you just joined us, here's Harrah's game summary. Starter Jesse Hahn looking for his 8th win of the year. Right on his average strikeout per inning, 5 through 5 innings for Hahn. He's allowed only 2 hits. The Padres' first hit of the game in the 4th inning. Yonder Alonso. It was a big one into the Petco porch. Number 7, 1-0. And the Padres almost with more after Jerko singled. Grandal doubled to center field. Jerko had to stop at second. Then Hoffman waved him home. A perfect relay. Stubbs to LeMahieu to the catcher. And they nailed Jerko. And the score remains 1-0. It was LeMahieu and not Rutledge with the relay throw from shallow right center field. Pretty good arm for a second baseman. That's our Harrah's game summary. To the 6th inning. It's Morneau, Arenado, and Dickerson in the heart of the lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Morneau a walk and a single. And another single. Man, he can hit. 2 for 2 with a walk. Leadoff man is on.
Mark Sweeney, simple question. What makes him so good?
Yeah, he's a good low ball hitter, and he has a good approach. He has plate coverage, and he can handle that. But you see him, he's looking for that fastball and adjusting to that breaking ball down and in. And he gets a good pitch, but he's a low ball hitter that handles all over the strike zone, and that's impressive.
Only the 3rd hit allowed by Hahn, 2 of them from Morneau's bat.
That's exactly what Jesse Hahn wants to do right there. If he's going to pound 2-seam fastballs into Arenado, heads up Solarte and Amaris on the left side. He's grounded into 10 double plays this year. Arenado has.
He's flying out twice to left and to right, Arenado. Goes around. Changeup.
Wow, that was a good pitch there.
Now, guys, as we see Nick Vincent warming up, we also see 88 pitches for Jesse Hahn. This is the heart of the order. This is where you grow up as a young pitcher and establish himself. And these are some of the tests that he has to go through and try to manipulate this 1-0 game.
A hit on the count, 2 strikes. Curveball, foul back.
Yeah, good point, Mark. Not only the heart of the order, like you said, but from the stretch with those hitters coming up. Great point.
The curveball tonight seems more the 1-7 than the 12-6.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't. That's a good point. And Mark Sweeney, from your vantage point, it just doesn't seem to have that bite to it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's that late bite that we're accustomed to, and we're seeing a lot of awkward swings. But now you're seeing also hitters looking for it, trying to stay off that as much as they can.
Changeup bounces in, 1-2.
Mark, we've always said too, and also Dick, we've talked about the importance of Jesse Hahn showing hitters different looks, showing that changeup, showing the slider, so they can't sit on pitches. And you can see him now. He's trying to rely on throwing that changeup a little bit more and relying on his catcher Yasmani Grandal.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to throw it for a strike either for it to be effective. And hey, let's face it, even if he doesn't have the same type of bite that we've seen in the past, when you look at the scoreboard, he's in the lead 1-0, and he's only surrendered 3 hits. Sure, the pitch count is up. Number 90, that last pitch. Hey, he's got the lead. Need a grounder right here.
Center field not hit well. That's going to drop into center field, and Morneau running all the way will make it easily to third. Back-to-back singles. So Arenado didn't hit it well, but able to parachute it into shallow right center field. First and third for the Rockies.
All right, that's a great way of describing that one, Dick. The old parachute. Not a good swing. Curveball down on contact, maybe just below the knees, but you can see he has to reach for it.
Gets it off the head of the bat.
Yep. Placed perfectly. And as the base runner, Morneau, he's not watching the baseball. He's watching the outfielders. Nobody's getting to it. Moves up to third base.
So the tying run 90 feet away. No one out here in the top of the 6th. And Corey Dickerson, the batter. He has struck out, and a hard ground ball out to short. Infield will give up a run for a chance at a double play. They play back.
Well, now it's time to check the Cholula flamethrower. And Mark Sweeney, what do you think Jesse Hahn's coming in hot at?
92, and that's hot sauce.
Oh, believe it.
And tomorrow night, of course, Tuesday night is Taco Tuesday, and Cholula hot sauce. A little of that on the taco is okay, huh?
Believe it. Makes it even better.
1 strike on Dickerson. First time since the first inning that the Rockies have had 2 men on in an inning. Outside on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Nick Vincent continues to throw in the Padre pen. Two and one. Just not quite as sharp, Jesse Hahn, as we've seen him throughout his first 10 starts. And we say that about a man who's only allowed 4 hits, all singles. 3 walks, however. He's gone to a lot of deep counts. First and third, Rockies. No one out. High fly ball to right field. That ball's hit hard. Liriano looking up, and that's gone. A 3-run shot for Corey Dickerson. And the Rockies on 1 swing take a 3-1 lead. Number 15 for Dickerson. Well, the last outing for Jesse Hahn, just 1 swing beat him. Kenneth Vargas hit a 3-run homer in a 3-1 loss at Minnesota. 3-run shot Dickerson tonight.
You're absolutely right, Dick. And it was a breaking ball in Minnesota. It looks like a curveball here to Dickerson. On contact, belt buckle high. The righty soft breaking ball going in to the left-hander. Boy, look at the trajectory on that one. Over the jack deck.
No doubt about Dickerson's 15th. Pitching change for the first time tonight. The Padres trail. It's 3-1. Tuesday night in Minnesota, 6th inning, leading 1-0, 3-run homer Vargas. Tonight, 6th inning, leading 1-0, 3-run home run Dickerson. And Hahn out, and our Drew Ford Pitching change brings Nick Vincent to the mound.
Well, last time out for Nick was in Pittsburgh on Saturday, third of an inning, but it was a big out. Pressure situation, tight game. And you look at the numbers for Nick. Bases are clear, so he's got great numbers for inherited runners, but that's not the case here.
Rosario with a big cut on the first pitch from Vincent. He had one bad inning, and of course that's inflated his ERA, as any relief pitcher can't afford to give up a 2 or 3 run inning. So Hahn goes 5 innings, allows 3 runs and 5 hits. Fell apart here in the 6th inning. A couple of singles and a home run. So Dickerson hits the game-winning home run in the 10th inning at Arizona yesterday, and a big 3-run blast here tonight to give his team a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, sometimes Nick will go a full inning. Sometimes it's pressure packed where they just need 1 out from a right-handed hitter. Enter Nick Vincent, and pretty much he gets the job done.
Shallow in right field. Liriano puts the squeeze on the first down. Brings up Josh Rutledge. Well, Dickerson's home run was so high that for a moment you thought, well, maybe it won't carry that far, but it went beyond the jack deck out there in right field. Look at the height of this. That's way up there. I thought, well, maybe it won't carry that far. Wrong. Quite a shot. Rutledge has struck out and walked. Dickerson, when we first saw him last year, more of a opposite field line drive hitter, but he's learned to put some real sock into that swing. Let's see last year what his home run totals were. Yeah, just 5 home runs last year. He had just under 200 at bats. Hit 263 as a rookie.
Well, Dick and Mark, that's what Coors Field will do to you. So many times you hear about the numbers decreasing on the road, but your approach at the plate and your thought process going into it, trying to power the baseball, because that's what happens on your home games. You try to reproduce that same thought process on the road.
Rockies with 131 home runs compared to the Padres 82. You can add 1 to each of those totals. 132 now for Colorado and 83 for the Padres. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rutledge the hitter. And the first strikeout for Vincent as Rutledge goes down swinging. Well, we're talking about Coors and Petco. You get the word that it's a hitter's park in Denver, and this is a pitcher's park. Rankings: Coors Field, Major League, runs, home runs, batting average, extra base hits. The jury has given its decision. Unanimous. Coors Field. Want to hit there.
Exactly. That's the combined, both teams runs games. 11.5 runs a game combined.
DJ LeMahieu lined to right and grounded to third. So the Padres get the early lead on Alonso's home run. Now they're going to have to rally. 2 tallies down. 1-1.
Matt Belisle, the veteran right-hander, heating up for the Rockies.
I think he warms up every game.
I tell you what, he's got a rubber arm, and he's put together a nice little career.
I think he's pitched in more games than anyone in the National League, maybe the Major Leagues, the last 3-4 years. Off the fifth, Amarista makes a good play, and LeMahieu's gone. So Vincent comes in to restore order, retires 3 men in order, but a single by Morneau, a single Arenado, and a home run for Dickerson makes it 3-1. Seth Smith will try to ignite a rally for the Padres, bottom of the 6th. 3-1 lead. And it's time for our Fan Diego Fan of the Game. Or fans. Come on now, you got to turn around, and there you go.
You got some rally caps working there, Dick.
Yeah.
Hoping for some runs.
Bottom of the 6th. Good to see the young faces with us. Summertime in San Diego. Seth Smith has walked and grounded to first. Smith, then the home run hitter Alonso, and Jed Jerko for the Padres in the home half of the 6th inning, trailing 3-1. Jordan Lyles now working with the lead, and that's a swing. Lyles giving up 3 hits all in the 4th inning, and escaped with only the home run by Alonso despite a Jerko single and Grandal double on a great relay that nailed Jerko at the plate. Up the middle, through the legs, over second, but shaded in that direction, and Rutledge makes the play. Our Bill Howe play of the game, and it's Yonder Alonso offering a home run. They measured it at 338 feet into the Petco porch, giving the Padres a 1-0 lead in the 4th inning. Our Bill Howe play of the game. Or and Howe, huh?
There you go. Who had Alonso for pick the stick?
Finally, I'm getting a little wet. I've been so
Are
icy
you warming
cold.
up a little bit?
Well, I think in July I've had a total of 1 point so far.
Really?
Yeah, really been cold. Yeah, we all have our slumps. You've
know.
been hot. Oh, as you used to say in our mate, hotter than a firecracker.
Believe it. It goes in cycles.
Yeah. Well, you know, Sweetie just, laying in the weeds there, just lurking.
Yeah.
He's going to be tough.
I think Chris Button's still in the negatives, isn't she?
Oh, come on.
She's struggling. She doesn't like this game.
And you know
it's
what?
her first year attempting it, and I don't think she likes it.
And you know what, Mark and Dick, I've got to keep my mouth shut because the pick the stick gods are going to come back and get me.
Oh, yeah, they do. I can, it only takes one phone call up there to Duluth, to the commissioner, the pick the stick commissioner. He's still upset about the way, well, never mind. Well, Bernie Mazzola. That's a strike, 3-1 to Alonso. Trying to get on there. Lyles was very generous in the 1st inning, walked 3 men, but helped out by a double play. The Padres unable to take advantage. And then the relay snuffed out a rally in the 4th. Up the middle, a ripper. Off the mound, the ground ball to the center fielder. Your favorite play, Mark.
Yeah.
So Alonso continues to hit Lyles and continues to hit well in July.
Mark Sweeney, you notice anything in that swing?
Yeah, when you take a look at his swing, the swing is outstanding, but his head and lack of movement with his head, his vision is right on the baseball, and you can see him controlling that, which you always saw. We see this with Tony Gwynn so many times, and how consistent he was with his swing. It works off of that, and you can see his concentration levels right on.
And so Lyles, who has had some innings of struggle but leads 3-1, exits, and veteran Matt Belisle with 1 out will come in. Bottom of the 6th inning at Petco Park. Park, the beach, the sand playground area for the young kids out in right center field. You can see the star on the left, the sand sculptures for Jerry Coleman, a baseball mitt with a San Diego logo, and 19 for our late friend Tony Gwynn. A salute there. Beautiful sculptures out there, huh? And a reminder, folks, if you want to catch every strikeout, every game ender, and every history-making moment on MLB Whip Around, weeknights, 7 o'clock Pacific on Fox Sports 1, and streaming live on Fox Sports Go, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Belle Isle in, and Jerko takes strike one.
You know who does a great job on that show?
Mark Sweeney. So let's say it together. Mark Sweeney.
That's cute.
Jerko singled his last time. Could have been an extra base hit. You think about that inning. And, you know, a couple of little things make a big difference, because the Padres well could have scored 3 runs. Jerko's ball to begin with was headed to left center field gap, and Stubbs, with his speed, able to cut it off, hold it to a long single. And then Stubbs playing the ball very cleverly off the center field fence on the double by Grandal. Then the perfect relay to nail Jerko at the plate to deny the Padres a run. Ground ball right field. Go right the other way. He's going to gamble on the arm of Blackman, and it's going to. He's in there. Arenado doesn't believe it. The throw beat Alonso as Blackman's throw is in on one hop. Walt Weiss hasn't come out of the dugout yet. Boy, that was quite a gamble. A slow rolling single to right field off the bat of Jerko. And he can't challenge Walt Weiss because he lost an earlier challenge. So the play stands as called by third base umpire Dana DeMuth. How did he elude the tag?
Oh, he got in with his left hand. Watch his left hand. He brings his right hand back.
Oh, yeah. The tag is way down by the waistline. And by that time, Alonso was able to squirm into the bag.
And also, did you see Arenado? He puts the glove down, swipe, whiff, and then he brings it back up.
Yeah.
You know, possibly if he leaves it on Alonso, it might be a different story. A good athletic slide. Mark Sweeney went matrix on him.
He did when he went matrix, but he also learned that from his teammate Alexi Ambrose. Right. We saw that before. Yeah. They talk about in that locker room.
And they've been studying Dwight Freeney. You know, that's that swim move, that defensive end to beat the tackle's block and get to the quarterback. In this case, it's Alonso getting to the bag. First and third. Padres with a chance to come back, trailing 3-1. Grandal, the hitter, and he takes a strike. 0-2. A strikeout and a double off the center field wall for Grandal tonight. Infield back for the Rockies, looking for the double play. First and third, 1 out. He bounces in the off-speed breaking pitch. 1-2. The rubber arm Belle Isle. A lot of decisions for a relief pitcher. 3-6. ERA just under 5.
Four-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, curveball, change. He's been flipping it up there a long time.
Grandal hitting only 129 with runners in scoring position. Here's a good time to make a mellow throw to third. Thrown away. And Grandal watches his teammate Jerko take second, and wisely Alonso stays at third. An error will be charged to Rosario. Boy, for a moment I thought they had Alonso hung to dry.
That's why he scampers back right on the line of the bag. You never know, the throw down, it might hit you in the back. It goes down into the outfield. This one, Arenado just missed it.
Boy, the error should be on, it should be on Arenado. It is. The ball was in his glove. Tried to tag before he caught the ball. So that's takes a double play away from the Rockies and gives Grandal a chance to tie it on a single. Second and third, 1 out. 2-2 the count. 3-2.
You know, guys, you look at that situation, kind of an odd way of throwing it down to third base and taking the double play out of order, especially with 2 strikes on the hitter. Very odd from the Rockies.
Young Rosario gambling mood, and it helps the Padres get that runner to second and third. Full count with first base open, and the rookie Liriano on deck. Veteran Belisle in his 54th game. Ball 4. Now, after the error by Rosario, Belisle with first base open seemed content not to throw Grandal anything that could hurt him. So bases full for Liriano. How about that in your first major league game? A chance to do some serious damage with your team down 3-1.
And Mark Sweeney, you talk a lot about this situation, especially with a young player. He's got to realize that all the pressure's on Belisle.
Yeah, and he's got to rely on his experience in the minor leagues. It's different pressures because when they add another deck, you understand it's very, very important to settle yourself down and put the pressure, exactly what you just said, Mark, on the pitcher.
So you have quite a contrast here. A 34-year-old veteran Belisle on the mound, and young 23-year-old rookie in his first major league game at the plate with the bases loaded. Alonso at third, Jerko the tying run at second, and the go-ahead score Grandal at first base. One out. Infield back. Liriano takes strike one. He has struck out, took a third strike, and was hit by a pitch the last time. Center field, it's dying, but Stubbs able to make a sliding catch. Alonso tags. He will score. It's 3-2. Liriano delivers a sacrifice fly, his first big league run batted in. Alonso's base running really accounting for this run.
Well, he got his hands in nicely to send it out to center field down by the label. You know, Mark, he looked like he was quick to that ball. Got his hands in nicely.
Yeah, nice quick swing, and especially coming off that first pitch slider, the fastball in and executing in the middle of the field. That's an RBI situation. Great job by Liriano.
A run home to make it 3-2. Runners at first and second for Amarista. Strike one. 90 on the fastball from Belisle. The run will be charged to Lyles, so 5 1/3 for him. 2 runs earned. He allowed only 3 hits. Walked 3 and struck out 4. Tommy Medica with the bat. Pitcher spot due next. 2 out, 2 on. 3-2 Colorado. Meeting at the mound. Alex Torres, the left-hander. Righty Dale Thayer getting loose. We talked about how busy this man has been, Matt Belisle. In the last 4 seasons, he's pitched in at least 70 games. The only other man in the big leagues that can make that claim, Tyler Clippard of the Nationals. Late swing, Amarista, 0-2.
You know, the main thing for Belisle is, you know, if he stays healthy and chews up innings, you're almost willing to take that. You know, if your ERA is 4.5, you know, especially in Colorado, if you could chew up innings, they'll take that ERA of about 4.3, 4.4. If you're going to stay healthy, you're a veteran arm, good guy to have in the bullpen.
Inside, 1-2. Jerko the tying run at second. Grandal at first. 3-run homer by Corey Dickerson, top half of the inning. The Padres have taken one of those runs back. Inside and low.
Ooh, I think his catcher took away a pitch. I think he was crossed up. That last pitch, I thought it was a strike. But with the way Rosario caught it being crossed up. Watch this pitch. That's a pretty darn good pitch right there. That's right down the middle.
That's a strike. Yes, it is. Rosario making the catch and almost blocking Ron Culpa.
Yeah.
So a break for the Padres. The count is 2-2. 2 on, 2 out.
Well, guys, with those 2 outs and 2 strikes as the runner, Jed Jerko, he has to extend himself, get in a good secondary lead and try to score in this situation.
And Mark, as we've seen already, always have to be aware of Rosario throwing behind the runner too, right?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little timid, especially after that last one, putting him in a tough situation. But yes, as a base runner, sometimes you got to take those opportunities, especially with 2 strikes. You know, Amarista has to protect.
That off-speed pitch, Amarista able to wait on it and foul it away. Line to left field, but playing toward the line was Dickerson to make the catch. Now the Padres get 1 back on a couple of singles and lead 2, and after 6, it's 3-2 Colorado.
The 7th, a quick update on Andrew Kashner. I talked to him after his rehab stint in Lake Elsinore. Says it's the best he's ever felt. So next up for him, he will head down to El Paso tomorrow and throw on Wednesday. And then we'll throw again and start the game on Monday in El Paso. Then we'll come back up here. But he says his biggest concern right now is just getting that pitch count up. What he doesn't want him to do is come here too early, only be able to throw 4 or 5 innings and put the bullpen in a situation where they get overused. But Kashner said he felt great, was able to throw all of his pitches, and said with all the stuff that he's been going through, his neck, his back, his shoulder, it's the best he's felt all season.
Well, that's great news. Thank you, Chris. Oh, you had Kashner back in that starting rotation and joining Tyson Ross and Ian Kennedy and Despaigne and Hahn. Stoltz. That's a pretty good rotation for Bud Black. Brandon Barnes going to bat for the pitcher Belisle. Barnes came over to the Rockies along with the starting pitcher tonight, Jordan Lyles, in that trade for Dexter Fowler with Houston. 3-2. Colorado leads as we open the top of the 7th. Nick Vincent stays in for a second inning of work, retrying all 3 men he faced in the 6th, relieving Jesse Hahn.
Boy, Nick does such a great job of just keeping the ball down with all of his pitches, the fastball, the slider, the cutter. Once in a while he will throw the changeup as well, but you just look at him, confidence. Goes right after the hitters, challenges them.
The Dodgers, who have opened up a 4.5 game lead in the National League West, have won again in Atlanta tonight, 6-2, and the winning pitcher, Kevin Correa, for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Tell you what, that could be a big turnaround for the Dodgers, or not for the Dodgers, but for Kevin Correa being a Dodger now. That offense that you got there, and different scenario. Will give you some innings.
Padres just saw him in Minnesota, traded to the Dodgers. 1-2 now to Barnes.
And Nick got squeezed on that last one.
Yep, that's a pitcher's pitch right at the knees, middle of the plate. Barnes has been very active as a pinch hitter, 14 for 47, a .298 hitter off the bench. Up high again, didn't miss by much. Yeah, the fact it's a tight game, a 3-2 Colorado lead, not surprising. These two teams. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Second strikeout for Vincent. This is their 10th game, Colorado and the Padres. 6 of the 10 have been decided by 2 or 1 run.
Hey, Nick struck him out twice. The slider that he didn't get the call, and he goes up the ladder with the fastball for the first out here in the 7th.
Leadoff hitter Charlie Blackmon, an infield hit in 3 trips. One of 5 Colorado safeties. They bunched 3 in a row in the 6th. Singles Morneau, Arenado, and a home run Dickerson. Ground ball, 1 hop Solarte, and Blackmon is gone. Well, as we promised you, we have the AT&T fan photo for you. Tweet your photo to #SDFanPhoto. Chance to be shown in an upcoming telecast brought to you by AT&T. Jen and P. Jen Plucker. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, you got it.
Happy twosome. Hey, Jen Pluckers pay full price too, you know.
Right.
The inside ball 1 to Drew Stubbs. Popped up and struck out twice facing Jesse Hahn.
Hey, Dick, you just went old school before that last batter. You mentioned the word safety.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. Back in the day, they called base hits safeties.
Safeties, yeah.
Hey, you hit a safety to left field to lead off the inning. Remember watching the old clips, the old black and white, right?
Yeah.
And hearing the announcers say that.
But you think about the ones who invented broadcasting a game. You go back to the 1921 in Pittsburgh when Harold Arlen was the first baseball announcer. Yeah, no one had done it before. How do you call this game? Yeah.
You know, now that you mentioned that guy's name, Harold Arlen, I think he was the grandfather of Steve Arlen.
He was.
Dennis, who pitched for the Padres.
Yes, he was. Small circle, huh?
Yeah.
Now I remember back in the days, PCL days, that they didn't call them the LA Angels, they called them the Seraphs. The Seraphs are in town.
Yeah.
One ball and 2 strikes, the count on Stubbs. Strike 3 called. He's been punched out for the 3rd time. How about Vincent? 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down, 3 by strikeout. Padres baseball, brought to you by Petco, the power of together, and by your San Diego Lexus dealer. One of the many beautiful features of Petco Park, the waterfall that greets you as you make your stairway into the park. It's like a little green cheese up there. Perfect, perfect ball. You know, it makes you realize about greater powers. I mean, how beautifully perfect that moon is.
I love that.
It's almost like a place where, like a navel too, like where you was blown up. You know, there's that one spot. I thought there was you had authored a little flag up there.
I was looking for the American flag that was staked up there.
Boone Logan is the new pitcher. His ERA is inviting for Padre hitters. Abraham Almonte will bat for Vincent.
Hey, great job once again by Nick Vincent holding the Rockies. I call it a hold, even if, you know, the other team is ahead. You got to hold them at that number.
Almonte, since joining the club, just 13 at bats with a couple of hits, one a double. Switch hitter. Venable and Solarte to follow. Padres need a run to tie. It's 3-2. Almonte from the Seattle Mariners in the Chris Denorfia deal. And he lines a base hit to left center field. That's got some roll, and Almonte has speed all the way to the left center field fence. He's going to try for 3. No, he puts on the brakes. A good call. You don't want to make that first out at third base. Almonte off the bench rips a double, and the Padres have the tying run in position.
Well, right out of the gate, Boone Logan tries to go inside. Looks like a breaking ball, but he gets his hands through nicely, and this ball is smoked in the left center field gap. He's thinking 3 maybe. You can always put on the brakes, and that's exactly what he does. Had a good sound to it.
With one out, he might have gone for it, but that's not the right risk and reward there. The play is to hold up at second base and give your teammates a chance to tie it here. Venable, Solarte, and Smith. Infield in at the corners. The Rocky infield looking for a possible sacrifice. I don't think he's going to square the bunt here, do you? Yep. And he fouls it off. The Padres, in the last month or so, Bud Black has played more small ball.
Well, you're at home. It's getting late. You get that tying run over. You've always got that chance of getting the last at-bat at home. And then you'll have 2 chances to get that run home with the runner at third.
You want a startling statistic? Venable all season long has 0 sacrifice bunts. And he has bunted for base hits throughout his career. Lefty against lefty. Squares early and takes it low. Almonte with excellent speed carrying that tying run at second. Logan is going to celebrate a birthday on Wednesday, August 13th. He'll be 30 years of age. Yankee the last 4 years. Lifetime reliever. Two and one. Beautiful bunt. Morneau decides to go back. A low throw. And fielded by LeMahieu. And the sacrifice well executed. Will Venable's first of the season.
Hey, nicely done. Boone Logan trying to flip up that breaking ball. It's a much tougher pitch to try to bunt. Gets himself in a good athletic position. Deadens the ball perfectly. A little 3-hopper. And now 2 chances. Hey, speaking of birthdays, I know everything sounds good in your cans, right? In the headphones.
Yeah.
And we get it just right. Happy birthday to Mark Antcliffe in audio. Marco.
Yeah.
Mark Antcliffe, happy birthday.
Makes us all sound great.
Yeah.
I think.
You sound great, Professor. Thank you, Mark. Happy birthday.
All right, tying run 90 feet away. Solarte grounded into a double play, bounced to second and fly to left. Good job with runners in scoring position this season. 357. 5 for 14. Has 9 RBI since joining the Padres. The infield in for Colorado. That ball is ripped to left field. Way back. It is gone. Touchable. Solarte's third homer as a Padre, and San Diego grabs a lead 4-3. So 2 new Padres acquired at midseason. Abraham Almonte from Seattle. Solarte from the Yankees. And they collaborate on a 2-run 7th inning as the Padres reclaim the lead. That was a clothesline home run to left.
Boy, did he get his hands in nicely. Got to that baseball quickly. Hard holding back the smiles in the Padre dugout. Now that's a late home run. That means something, right? That's huge.
A double by Almonte, the 2-run homer Solarte. Brings up Seth Smith, a walk and a couple of groundouts for the Padres leading hitter. Kevin Quackenbush loosening up. Now with the lead, this game belongs to Nick Vincent. Yeah, these new acquisitions for the Padres at midseason have really brought a new pulse to the team.
I believe it. Absolutely. No question.
Yeah, they have one thing in common. Their passion for the game is more than apparent, and they're producing. Oh, that was way inside. Smith, who got clipped, fortunately not on the knee. Watching it on television, watching you and Mike Pomerantz yesterday, I thought that pitch hit him in the knee, and that's going to take him out for a while. But he said, no, I was lucky. It hit me in the thigh. That would almost hit him in the same spot. Well, this is a terrific Monday night crowd. 28,591. Yeah, fans recognize when you're playing better ball. And the Padres are best in the National League since the All-Star break, 13-8. 371 feet for Solarte's home run. That's only because that line drive had to stop somewhere. 2-2 the count. Low. That's what we're talking about.
How about that?
Full count. Seth Smith. Line to left. Base hit. No. Lefty against lefty, and Smith, no bias. I can hit you too. The Padres single double home run here of Boone Logan.
It wasn't the prettiest swing from Seth Smith, almost a 2-part swing. But I tell you what, Seth Smith must have been watching the instructional with Mark Sweeney in our pregame show. Mark Sweeney was talking about going the opposite way, going to the opposite field. Seth Smith answers. Nicely done. Adam Ottavino.
Big right-hander loosening up as Yonder Alonso steps up. A walk, a home run, and a single for Alonso, and he scored a couple of runs tonight. And strike one. Smith at first, 1 out. Padres have plated 2 here in the 7th on the 2-run home run by Yan Solarte, and they lead it 4-3. Oh, 2. Well, the Padres have cleared that 3-run hurdle. They've got 4, and when they score 4, 38-5 this year.
Wow, that's incredible.
It really is, isn't it? And the nice thing about that statistic, they're scoring 4 more often.
Yeah.
Over but low. And the skid marks on the front of the uniform. That was a terrific slide by Alonso when you go back to the 6th inning. It led to a run being scored when he eluded the tag by Arenado over third base. Outside, wouldn't bite. 2-2.
Take a look at the Padres box score and those hits. It's looking pretty nice. You know what else looks pretty nice, Dick? You talked about the way this Padre team is hitting. Just in the way that they're in their walk, the way that they're handling themselves, you can see the confidence these hitters when they come up to the plate.
Outside target, inside the pitch, so the count is full. Let's go back to that slide at third. He's trying to go first to third. Good arm out there, Blackman. He gets the ball there in time, but goes in on the inside of the bag with his hand and eludes Arenado's swipe tag. He got him up in the chest, and Alonso had his hand on the inside of the sack. Oh, caught looking. Big bending curveball, and Alonso strikes out. Let's take a look at the keys to the game as Mark Grant presented them at the start of the game. Brought to you by your Honda dealers of San Diego County.
Well, keep winning at home. Remember, the Padres swept the Braves before they head off on that road trip to Minnesota, and they now lead 4-3. And success for Liriano. Reimer 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, a sac fly. First major league RBI on that sac fly. Been part of the contributions here this evening.
Looks like the big right-hander Adam Ottavino is going to come in as Walt Weiss makes a pitching change. 2 outs here in the 7th. The Padres lead 4-3.
Ready for the season with Extra 1360 Fox Sports San Diego. Don't miss out on exclusive training camp interviews, updates, and news straight from Chargers Park. Tonight after Padres Live, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
And stay tuned after the game for Padres Live, our Emmy Award-winning post-game show. Oh, they've got some good things to show you tonight. How many times do you see a center fielder do a complete backflip? The Romanian judge gave a 9.5 on that flip. And that slide by Alonso is worth looking at another time, along with the instructional from Mark Sweeney. Jed Jerko facing Adam Ottavino. Ottavino making his 57th game appearance. He's 0-3. But a decent ERA for the Rocky pitcher, 3.66, well below the team average.
How precious is that? Going home with a baseball. The gentleman gave it to her. Good for him.
Jerko 2 for 3 tonight.
Hey, speaking of that postgame show, another reason why you're going to want to stick around and watch that, wait till you see the home run Giancarlo Stanton hit for the Miami Marlins.
Can you spell monster?
You're going to want to see that.
Yeah. So much to share, much to enjoy. Stay with us right after the final out. Jerko, a couple of singles and a strikeout tonight. Low. Seth Smith at first base. So all but one run tonight by way of the home run. A 3-run homer, Corey Dickerson off Jesse Hahn, who's now off the hook. Yonder Alonso a solo, his 7th. Solarte his 3rd as a Padre, his 9th overall this year. 94 Ottavino on that fastball. Two and two to Jed.
Wow, that last pitch wasn't even close, huh?
I didn't think so.
Pitch 4, called strike.
Yeah. What is the strike sound now for Jerko? Line foul.
Had the right idea there. Infield playing him to pull. Outfield kind of straight away.
With Morneau locked at the bag to hold on Smith. A huge hole on the right side. That's where Jerko hit his last single, right through that big hole on the right side. Up the middle this time, but not hit hard, and they'll make the easy play at second base on the force. But the Padres get a pinch double from Abraham Almonte, and with Almonte at third, up steps Yan Solarte, and Solarte delivers a 2-run shot. Padres lead 4-3.
Yan Solarte. Good time for a 2-run jack.
On an outstanding job swinging the bat with intent, and that was a huge home run.
4-3 ball game right now. The Padres over the Rockies in the top of the 8th inning. Beautiful night for baseball as Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomeranz get you ready for Padres Live, the post-game show. It'll be brought to you by Cox Communications. So this is the formula, right? You get the lead, you throw it to the best bullpen in baseball.
Yeah, this bullpen has been outstanding, especially Kevin Quackenbush has really stepped up in these opportunities, especially these tougher innings, and you see Bud Black's confidence is rising with Kevin Quackenbush.
So hopefully it'll stay the way it is. Maybe the Padres even add on when we see you after the final out. We'll talk about Jesse Hahn's night as a starting pitcher. We'll show you some highlights from around the league. Hey, the AL Central is getting topsy-turvy. We're going to have some highlights there, and we've got a great sit-down interview with the rookie, Reimer Liriano, making his major league debut tonight. Picks up an RBI, and we talked to not only him, but also his parents. So we'll see you tonight after the last out.
Oh, that'll be interesting. From the Dominican Republic, how proud they are. Their son, the first from that Dominican Academy of the Padres to make it to the big leagues. Kevin Quackenbush, nothing easy for him as he opens the 8th inning. He's got to face Morneau, who's 2 for 2, and a walk on base all 3 times. Then it's Arenado and Dickerson, who has delivered a 3-run homer for Colorado. The rookie Quackenbush won the count.
Oh, last time out for Kevin. Pitched an inning in Pittsburgh, if you remember, it was in the 8th inning on Saturday night. He worked himself into a little bit of trouble, a single, a double, second and third, and worked out of it nicely. After that, 1-2-3.
2-1 to Morneau. Enters the game hitting .318. Quackenbush did a great Houdini act on the road trip with runners at second and third. No one out, able to pitch out of it. Pittsburgh.
He made a pitch to Ike Davis that really it's gonna be etched in my mind for a long time. He jammed him with a fastball, popped him up on the infield. The infield was playing in, not all the way in the grass, maybe number 3 position, right to Jed Jerko. That was the first out. Ike Davis was pinch hitting, and then he struck out Marte and got Polanco to fly out to get out of that mess.
And the Padres went on to a 2-1 win. It was really an oddity in that Pittsburgh series. They scored 5 runs, all in the first inning. Didn't score in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th innings. Strike 3 call. Morneau looks at a 3-2 pitch. That's a big strikeout. For once, the Padres keep Morneau off the bases.
That pitch right there has got some good downward tilt to it. It looks like it's right at the knees. It splits the plate. It's exactly where Quackenbush wants to be. And he just got a great hitter called out on strikes.
And Morneau's one of the toughest to strike out. He's the 4th toughest in the league to strike out. Arenado, a single in 3 at-bats. He blooped a single to right center in front of Dickerson's 3-run homer in the 6th inning. In case you're just joining us, it was 1-0 Padres on Alonso's home run with Jesse Hahn on the mound, 6th inning. Morneau single to right, and then Arenado blooped the single to right center before Dickerson clubbed a 3-run homer into the right field seats to give Colorado a 3-1 lead. Padres got 1 back in the bottom of the inning on singles by Alonso and Jerko and a sacrifice fly from rookie Liriano, and then took the lead in the 7th inning on the 2-run homer by Solardi. He went around 1-2. Remember, Arenado earlier in the year had the longest hitting streak of anyone in baseball. Right. 28 game streak.
Yasmani just kind of telling Quackenbush, hey, working down now, get that stuff down.
Scoreboard urging this crowd of 28,591 to make some noise. And the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Off speed. Breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Quackmeister. Morneau and Arenado.
Well, let's check it out. Out of the hand. He works around that. Looks like a looks like a slider, actually. Could have been a changeup. Any way you look at it, it's a strikeout. A big second out here for Quackenbush.
Brings up Corey Dickerson with a 3-run homer the last time up. His 15th of the season. Alonso has hit his 7th, and Solarte his 3rd as a Padre, 9th overall. Dickerson having himself in his 2nd year in the big leagues a fantastic year, 319 average.
Yep.
He's hitting 319, Morneau 318 at the start. So you lose a Tulowitzki, was leading the world in average and home runs, RBIs. Swing and a miss, trying to tie it with that swing. 2 strikes to count. You lose Cargo Gonzalez, another fantastic all-star hitter. You come up with Dickerson at 319.
A lot of home runs, a lot of RBIs have tried to make up.
Got him. Strikes out the side. Kevin Quackenbush. The 8th inning. Justin Morneau caught looking. Dickerson out in front. Arenado went by way of the strikeout as well.
Rockies 4-3, and as a reminder, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
And a fun Monday night at the Ballyard Petco Park here in San Diego. The Padres fans celebrating a 4-3 lead as we go to the last of the 8th inning. It'll be Grandal, Liriano, and Amarista against the 5th pitcher used by Walt Weiss tonight, Juan Nicasio, the former starter, into the bullpen now.
Yeah, the ERA around 6. Opponents hitting over 300 for the former starter. You see there up top, games, starts.
And as he warms up, Mark Grant, how about the bullpen again?
Oh.
The bullpen's number 1 in the major leagues with a 2.32 ERA before tonight. Number 1 in the big leagues with a 2.09 batting average against. And between Vincent and Quackenbush, 9 batters, 9 outs, and 6 of them by strikeout.
Can't give enough love to that Padre bullpen. They have been nails all year. They're a tight fraternity down there. Not only do they have good stuff, good quality stuff, making good quality pitches. Another quality inning for Kevin Quackenbush.
Be nice to get the 9th inning pitcher, probably Benoit, an insurance run. Grandal has struck out, doubled, and walked. High chopper to second. LeMahieu gets the big bounce, and the rest is easy. One away. So, Reimer Liriano. He has struck out, hit by a pitch, and knocked in his first major league run with a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. That made it a 3-2 game, Colorado leading. See how well built this young guy is. Ball 1. You look at, it's almost like a backfield. Solarte, Almonte,
right,
and Liriano. I mean, they all look like, running backs. Big, broad-shouldered, strong legs. Two and 0, which reminds me, as football theme, as you look at Liriano, signed in his native Dominican Republic and growing up at the Padre Academy there. Rocky Long, a San Diego State football coach. I believe he's going to come to the park tomorrow. We hope he'll come up to the booth. 2-0 to Liriano. Chop to third. Arenado fires across. Whoa. You can see Liriano's got some speed. Made that close. And that's the other thing about Almonte and Solarte and Liriano. They all run well.
There's your guy, Dick. Joaquin Benoit heating up for the top of the 9th.
Amarista hit it hard the last time, lined out to left field. One ball, one strike. Two and 1.
Lexi's got to be careful of that back foot. Looks like his back foot was out of the box, almost directly in back of home plate. Put the ball in play. They can bang you. Batter is out.
High popper that'll find the seats off to the left. Nicasio had never relieved as a big leaguer. This is his 4th season, and he struggled as a starter, so I guess this is a way for Walt Weiss to try to get him back on course, give him an inning and relief. 2-2 the count. Foul territory, a long run, Arenado. Watch out. He runs into the railing, and nice play. That young guy in the blue shirt not only loves it, but throws it to his buddy.
That was great. It's worth another look.
Look at that catch. Sign him up. And then look what he does. Oh, how good is that?
Nice two-handed grab.
Oh, get a video of that for that young lad. Huh? That'll be a keeper. Ground ball right side. Morneau gloved it. Races to the bag. Beats Amaristo. A 1-2-3 inning for Nicasio. Top of the 9th inning. Joaquin Benoit has inherited the closer role from Houston Street. He'll be facing Rosario, Rutledge, and LeMahieu. They got on the board first on Yonder Alonso's home run into the Petco porch. Alonso 7th of the season, 1-0 San Diego in the 4th. But Jesse Hahn with 2 on delivers that pitch to Corey Dickerson, and Dickerson plants it deep to right, 3-1 Colorado. That knocked Hahn out of the game. But off the bench, that's Liriano. Reimer Liriano in his major league debut has a sacrifice fly, his first big league RBI to make it 3-2 in the 6th. And then with Abraham Almonte aboard with a pinch double, it was Solarte, a line drive home run, number 3 as a Padre, to make it a 4-3 San Diego advantage. Happy Jan Solarte with that shot. And so were the Padre fans in the 28,591 here tonight. But work to be done. 9th inning, and here's Benoit.
Well, last time out for Joaquin was in Pittsburgh on Saturday. Twirled an inning. A 5 for 6 to save opportunities. Fastball, changeup, heavy. And you see the splits. Anytime you're below 200, you're doing something right. Lefties and righties alike, below 200.
47 in the 3rd innings. Benoit has struck out 55. Padres have had the strikeout pitch going. Hahn had 5, Vincent 3 in his 2 innings. Quackenbush struck out the side, 11 strikeouts through 8 innings. Willian Rosario, as we mentioned earlier, has hit more home runs off San Diego pitching than any other team. Beware. 2 fly balls to right and a hard ground ball to second tonight. Strike 1. Like a slider. Last 3 times out. He's given up hits. Atlanta, Minnesota, but no runs.
4 strikeouts in 3 innings for Joaquin. Only 1 free pass.
Did he go? Yes. And Hickox with the right hand. 2 strikes to Rosario. Strike 3. 12 strikeouts by Padre pitching tonight. 5 in a row now. Vincent struck out Stubbs to end the 7th. Quackenbush in the 8th. Punched out Morneau, Arenado, and Dickerson. And now Benoit gets Rosario for the first out in the 9th inning.
We talk about the command of fastballs out of pitchers' hands. And Joaquin Benoit, he can do that. But how about locating the breaking ball down and away? Expanded that strikeout, the strike zone, for his 56th strikeout on the year for Joaquin Benoit.
Josh Rutledge has struck out, walked, and struck out. 0-1. Everyone but Blackmon and LeMahieu has struck out in the Colorado lineup tonight. Rutledge going down twice, swinging.
I think Benoit falls into that category of sneaky fast. He was hit 96 on the road trip. It doesn't look like 96. I guess because he's so big and just free and easy, the ball just jumps out of his hand.
1-1. 1-2. Changeup. He's got a good one.
Yes, he does. The old trap door. Bottom drops right out of it, and Josh Rutledge goes for it. It's well out of the strike zone.
Padre fans want to go home with a win. Ooh, 96.
Yeah.
Tough to lay off that one. 2-2. 5 straight Rockies have struck out here in the late innings. Padre bullpen attempting to stand tall again, the best in baseball. Strike 3 on a foul tip. 6 in a row strikeout. What a run.
Once again, a slider down and away, tipped and held on by Yasmani Grandal. Can't say enough about this bullpen of the Padres. One big one to go for Benoit. Padres Live right around the corner. Going to talk about this one against the Rockies. You won't believe the home run that Giancarlo Stanton hit for the Miami Marlins. All that, much more.
And if you weren't with us earlier, you won't believe the slide made by Yonder Alonso.
Yeah.
Make any swimmer and diver proud. Ben Paulson just called up and homered in Arizona. We watched him in batting practice, and he's got some pop in that bat. Takes a strike.
Outfield playing on the deep side. Keep the ball away from him. Give him left field.
Goodness. Can Benoit repeat the 1-2-3 on strikeouts by Quackenbush in the 8th? He's a strike away from closing the deal. "13 Rockies have struck out tonight." One and two. Padres with that remarkable record of leading after 6 innings, 42-1. Testimony to the bullpen slamming the door, and Benoit trying to do it again. Put the pen away, Skipper. Let's get back in the clubhouse. 1-2 to Paulson.
He tried to hump up on that one.
Yeah, he did. A little overthrown. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher's spot is due next, but business to be done right here. 2-2. Full count. So from 2 strikes up, Paulson has worked it full. Michael McHenry will be the pinch hitter. Pitcher's spot due next. Three and 2. Strike 3 call. Paulson caught looking at a changeup. The Padres bullpen ends the game with 7 consecutive strikeouts. Oh my! Padres win it 4-3. Padres Live coming up. Here's Mike Pomeranz.
Hey guys, coming up in just a couple of moments of the postgame show, we'll wrap up everything that happened on the field. You're going to hear from Buddy Black. He's going to talk about Yonder Alonso's key play, and we're going to visit with Reimer Liriano. You'll meet him and his parents coming up in just a couple of moments on the postgame show.